Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Fights here in the studio. Episode 6-9 tonight. Saturday Night Fights edition here on the Friday Night Fight Show. So, as we continue our sporadic, that is September, October in the school year. So, getting them in nonetheless. So, hopefully, not too many complaints on the different time zones. You can always consume them later. So, boys are on the table. They're just getting going with deployment. They got quite a few things tonight to keep track of because we'll get into the mission. Could be a little bit of a long one just with the nuances of the mission. So we'll give them extra time here tonight if need be. But let me give some shout outs here before I get too far in because I'll be solo casting again tonight. So welcome Tom Walker, got into that first spot. Justice coming in second. Bernard sneaking in at third, drawing attention to Tom, who's sort of the top there. Strikers in the house. We have Anthony checking in. He's getting ready for a dynamic exit event at a local gaming store, tuning in for some Friday night fights. That is SNF tonight. We also have Canadian Bear checking in, Aaron checking in, another Canadian fellow there from the East Coast. And then we have Jim Schaefer checking in, and Sean Death has just made it. So I got 15 folks here in the intertubes. We've got the one thumbs down. Thank you, Bernard. I think it's just a given at this point. We appreciate that. So until we get started, that remains. 48th Ronan checking in, saying, hey, guys. So let's get through some of the preamble here as the boys are doing the deployment. So we'll preview the fight tonight. It's Anthony and Jace, our regulars here, Friday Night Fight. Anthony tonight is rocking some Empire, and Jace, the kid, he's playing some CIS. As mentioned, episode 69. It seems like we have just kept climbing up that number. It's a lot of episodes, a lot of fights here, these two. So should go back and keep track of the record. We should probably keep track of the record for the new year. I think we should start a thing. So see what we can do in January for starting a little record keeping here in the house. Chronic Canuck also checking in. Welcome. Seems we got some few folks returning after some hiatus away. We do have 18 folks checking in, so we do have more and more people coming in, which is fantastic, given this is a Saturday. Where to find us on the social medias? Whoa, that's going on there. I think that's going to probably pop up on all the screens tonight because I just dropped the song in and changed one of the settings. Fantastic. So if you're looking for us, we can be found on the Facebooks, Star Wars Legion, Friday Night Fights. You can go check out the Patreon. Patreon's got a little bump here lately, so that's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. It helps run all the shows that we do. Check us out, www.patreon.com/The Terrain Studio. I just made a little update video today. I did not upload it yet, just because I was prepping for the fight. But I was talking a little bit about some tiles that I'm working on and talking a little bit about some studio work and some other things upcoming. A whole bunch of things are in the mail right now coming from all over the planet. So have several unboxings to do as well. You can find us on the Twitters and the Instagrams at Legion_FNF. You can also find the Terrain Studio on Instagram as well. I've been trying to keep update and post several pics. I always do a Friday Night Fight recap post there, and they always seem to be well received. Lots of people liking the studio setup. Just to give you a little update on some of the things. There is some card sleeves left, but the Patreon, you'll notice that perk has disappeared. So if you're jumping into the Patreon, you're going to have to take care of some private communications in order to get those. There's only a few sets left, and so I just pulled them off the perk wall. I said things would be limited, and they are. So if you missed out on that, you may still have a chance. But I think the last few sets are going to be reserved for the last few patrons as well as the Christmas special. So, but don't fret. The sample set of tokens has been ordered, so they're just going to send me a sample of the 6 and send it to the studio. Already paid. I'm just waiting for them to be printed and sent here. Once I get them in hand, I'll show you what they look like. Once we have that, they'll go up on the perks for the Patreon, so you guys can figure out how to do that. I guess the best way to support is follow. Following the Patreon will get you the perk. We're not going to do any selling of tokens. There's lots out there if you want to go grab up the tokens, but they won't be Friday Night Fight ones. So there'll be one way to find them and one way to find them only. I'm looking forward to them. I'm looking forward to getting them and show you guys what they look like. Let's thank our patrons all over the planet. So we have both donators and patrons. Added a few. So Paul Buller and Pink Zeppelin 39. Thanks for jumping on the Patreon this week. Both jumped in at tier 3. So hopefully I'll get a chance to speak to these folks via the extra casts that I do the private consultations, helping people walk through their projects or answer any of their hobby questions. So welcome Paul and Pink Zeppelin 39, as well as the host of other patrons and donators. What are you guys donating towards? Well, we are getting, that's fantastic. I love when you change one setting in Ecamm and it does that for every single screen. Amazing. So we are raising our money to get our PTZ camera. We are also running an additional cam. We ran it last week. We're running it again this week. Let us know what you guys think about that. But we are 24% of the way there, which is great. It's a big goal. So 24% doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. And we greatly appreciate all you guys helping us out. Make sure if you guys do drop any donations in the show, call yourself out in chat so that I can call you out in chat. And so chat can say thank you. We'll get into the lists here tonight. Red player is fantastic. I will only have to do that one time, but I will have to do that every screen. We have Anthony coming in at red player tonight, typical for Anthony. 799, 10 activation Empire list tonight. He is running, I think a pretty good list, I think. He's not happy about the matchup, but players do not know the matchups when they submit, and I never tell the players until they arrive so that they can start the banter as soon as the lists are revealed here. So Anthony is running Imperial Officer with Electro Binoculars and Vigilance. He is running Op Vader with Choke, Push, Into the Fray, and Tenacity. He's got Stormtroopers with just Del Mico, so no Flamer, but Del on there for the extra range. He's got 2 Stormtroopers with T-21s. He has 2 Pikes with P-13M Disruptors, so a bunch of range 4 coming in for Anthony here. Then he's got 2 Snipers, so again, more ranged. And then he's got the LAAT with Price and High Energy Shells. So might be a Vader delivery device, might not be, given the fact that he's going to be matching up against Jace. Let us know what you think about the list. There it is. Like I said, 10 acts, 799. And then Jace, he's running. There we go. He is running droids. It is the Invasion Force, just in case you are curious. He's running a T-Series here with aggressive tactics and comms relay. He's running 3 B1 battle droids with PK series workers, and then 1, that should only be 1. I think I have a fixed screen for that. I was going to say I got tripped up on that today when I saw he only had 1. Let me just quickly grab that, make sure I can fix that real quick. I think I have that. Ah, boom. Let me drop that in there. Let me get rid of that. There we go. So he is only running 1 naked B1 battle droid. I had to make a fix there. And he's running 2 battle tanks, both with T-Series, both with high energy, and both with linked targeting array. He's running 4 B1s, actually. So there's the correct there, strikers. So 4 B1 squads. And he is running 2 naked, I guess, effectively naked Magna Guard, both with situational awareness. Much more backcapping Magna Guard versus go get the enemy Magna Guard. But I think that's quite important given the rest of the loadout here. So interesting. Both lists kind of seem a little bit standoffish, but that's not going to be what can happen tonight when we get into the mission. You'll see why. So Jace is a 9-axe 797, giving him blue tonight. He kept blue. Therefore, Anthony got table side. So let's jump over to the table and just have a look at what we're looking at. That is a little bit what we got going on here. Jace is going to be on your right-hand side, Anthony on the left. And you can see he's basically flanking with the 2 AATs. Activation count is there. Let me kill that one more time. So you can see that we got the 9-8. Go here, boom, kill that. Overhead, you can see here, Jace. It is. Let me drop the deck here. It is going to be payload, major offensive, and supply drop. So when we get ready for the table, we'll show you guys where the supplies are. We'll show you the payloads. We'll show you where they're going. But you can see here that Jace is going to be going from the bottom of the screen towards the top corner. Anthony from the top down to the bottom right. Let me swap this over. Oh, didn't actually do it on that one. That's going to give you the closest cam. So this is our new cam angle here. And you can kind of see how we're able to pick up a lot more of the action and be a little bit tighter. Had this been a PTZ, we could be moving this, zooming in and out. So we can't quite do that, but we can do a little bit with it. But this is kind of giving you an idea of what we're working ourselves towards in addition to what we already have. You guys seem to like what we have, so we're just working on the improvements. And then the far side cam there, this is going to be, again, Jace on the right-hand side, moving towards the upper left. I just have this mirrored to match the overhead. And then the action cam will kill that. That's just going to give you both the overhead as well as the middle of the table. So the LAAT, Tom, is armed with high energy shells and governor price. So I'm just going to jump to the overhead here for 1 second. And then we can kind of get a sense of what's going on. I'll find out how close the guys are to being ready, and then we'll go from there. But then I'll get them to point out all the featured elements on the table. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, a lot of standoffish units that are going to need to push a payload, at least in some capacity. So they will be maybe moving a little bit more than they would have traditionally done so, but they also have supply drops, so they might come into benefit for one or more players. And then we have just a stock standard major offensive, as seems to be the typical deployment here in Friday Night Fights. Everyone seems to like a good major offensive. So just judging by this, it looks like Anthony's going a little wider than Jace, and I think that has something to do with the payload points. But as soon as they're done, everything will get into all of that. So I'm going to jump back in the booth and maybe start taking some predictions. We do have a bunch of people in chat here. Let's see who I have missed out on here. Let's see here. Canadian Bear, Chronic Canuck, we got that. I think there was a little bit of a bid going on here in terms of tree casualties. It's only 5 coming in here, so that seems pretty low. So disarray, yeah, I don't know if Jace had disarray in his deck. I didn't actually see the battle deck, and he did not have disarray. He just told me. So I didn't see the whole deck or turn 0. I just got the cards, and this is what popped up. I think there was some discussion around a hostage exchange being out there. Jace seems to like it, but doesn't like it against Vader. So he was canceling and moving away from that, and that's how we did end up on the payload here for the particular mission. So I think both lists can play payload for sure. Like I said, they probably wouldn't want to sort of be 2 ships passing in the night, so maybe wanting to toilet bowl around a little bit more, but I don't think that's going to be the case here tonight. So could see some early action, could see some sustained action, could see some early shoot action and late push action. So well, that's why we're here. We'll find out what we're exactly going to see when we get into the game. I'm not sure. I'm going to just check with the players how close they are. All right. Jace has 1 more to go. Anthony's got 2. And then we'll get everyone to point out what they have on the table. So, yeah, I think the supply drop will be also interesting. Just gives a little bit more things to do on the table. And like I said, the extra time is often needed in payload just because you got those extra steps. And then with cards and all that extra business with supply drop, it'll eat into a little bit of extra time. So we'll keep them on the clock for honesty's sake, but we won't rush the game too much. So that is a lot of stuff back there. So Jace will just basically say army here and tank here and here. That'll be fine for his description. Yeah, if you're just joining us and missed it, there's the upgrades. There's the things going on. 3 PK series, 1 naked, situational on the Magnus. Tanks are redundant. And then you get the 1 T series that you have to. Force push, choke, tenacity into the fray on Vader. That's probably one of the more relevant ones. You got a vigilance binoculars on the officer, again, just a support unit. Then you got range at the with the pikes, range with the T-21, range with the snipers. And then you got a LAAT in there just for funsies. So, Jace, can you point right there on the table and tell me where the payload points are? Where are you going? So Jace is going to that rock there, and your payload is where? Right there. Okay, so Jace has got to go there. So he's going basically lateral to the left about 11 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock. And then Anthony's payload is right underneath his head, right there, and he's going right there. So he's going to kind of about the 7 o'clock. So Jace has got to go a little bit further. I think it's about a range 5-ish. Yeah, Anthony looks to be about 4.5. Yeah, so Anthony is a little closer, but does have to cut across Jace's laneway there. So that'll be interesting. Well, I guess technically they're both crossing each other's laneway, but um, Jace is just doing it with bigger vehicles. So is that LAAT deployed? Okay, so LAAT deployed behind the tall. Okay, perfect. Everything is down. So all right, so Anthony's just trying to figure out his last one there. So we'll go close side cam, have a look at this. You can see Anthony's sort of taking up uh, position here behind the downed AT-AT. We got a pike unit there, another pike unit just north of that one. I got a stormtrooper there with Delmico. Officer seems to be backing. Looks like he's got both. Yeah, both stormtroopers there on the very, very top of the screen, just right underneath the. Well, I guess my timer. I don't think you guys can see that, but just to the right of the LAAT. LAAT's kind of taking position behind that line of sight blocker. If we flip over here to Jace's side, he's got a tank on the bottom side, a tank on his most extreme dog leg of the major offensive. And then it looks like he's got everything in behind there. Magnus sort of taking position in the middle, and I think I see the T series. Jason, want to point the T series out for me? He's right there, right smack in the middle. I thought that was the T series, right in the middle of the Magnus. So. I think it was a new record tonight. I think Anthony conceded on about the fourth step down in the basement tonight. So he was still holding his entire army. There looked like there was a point where he was going to completely pivot and head back up the stairs, but he is going to play the game out tonight. So was much longer for me to set up than that. So the game has to last at least longer than setup. So. Oh, and I should check and make sure we have dice cam. Jace, can you do me a favor? Can you just hit the dice cam? I just want to make sure that we're fully live with that. Perfect. Awesome. Very nice. Super. All right. Checking, just ripping through the screens here one more time, making sure everything is functional. Probably want to drop a dice cam on this one. Boom. There we go. Not sponsored by Puma, so we'll just put that over Jace's sock. There, and yeah, there we go. Perfect. Hey, Jake's making an appearance. Welcome, welcome. All right. I'll wait till the players give me the okay. All right, so I will start the timer after they give me the cards, but there you go, just so you guys at home that are just joining in, it's going to be a payload, supply drop, a major offensive. That is going to be the things we got going on. And I think that's roughly what we had for deployment there, so. Yeah. The one that you're supposed to play with Vader first. Anthony, is it Liz? Where's Jamie? Winnipeg? Okay, check it in. Who would Jamie be with right now? Okay, so it's on the screen there. Anthony can't see. So checking in from Winnipeg. What's that? Sorry, Jace? Yes, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so Anthony's got some out of town folks cheering for him tonight. And anybody in chat who's also cheering for Anthony would be out of town. Yep. The lights are blinding me as well here. So, all right, I got Jace's card. He is ready to go. Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah. All right. So players are good. Let me hit the turn one before players flip their cards over. Let me just drop this in. I will leave the music on these ones here. So turn one is going to be coming at us here in one moment. But before we do, I want to thank Deep Cut Studios for the loan of the gaming mats, and by loan I mean donation, here in the studio. So we have a number of mats. We feature them each and every week. This is the snow one of my favorite ones. So go check them out. You guys can get your very own Deep Cut Studios gaming mat. There's a lot there, so I will just warn you right now, you probably will want to buy more than one. Shipping's good. Shipping's very fast. The quality, no question. So go check them out. And we'll get ready for the action. Command cards are given to me. I will flip them over here. Jace being blue player, he's opted for the standing orders. And Anthony is going to be playing some Darkness Descends. Anthony is going to be getting that permanent reliable 2. And Jace is just going to issue standing orders, which is basically full control for droids. There's that element of it. So, all right, we'll make Anthony's little 3-pip go to the bottom. Jace gets to keep the standing orders in his hand. Anthony is going to win pip priority here, and we'll get in with the issues. All right, issue to Vader. All right, tank's going to do that. Okay, so whatever Jace said, all the orders. All the B1s and both tanks have orders. No, we're right. So we just have Magnas and T series, I believe, in the bag right now. So pretty stock standard. I'll kill those. If you guys want to see those, we can bring them up at any point. All right. So put your predictions in. Let's go. All right. Tom is also backing Anthony. So 20 folks hanging out in the chat. Make sure you guys sound off. You got, are you back in CIS, me and Jace? Are you back in Anthony and the Empire? All right. Looks like we have a commander. Let me drop the timer in. Boom. There we go. And there we go. Officer Becky's going to be featuring Veers tonight, so we just wanted to have that fully painted model there. So we're going to use Veers tonight because he's cool, and we don't get to see near enough Veers, but he's pretty generic. He's pretty vanilla. So, all right, Jim's back in Empire. Anthony's going for Empire as well. Chronic Canuck is back in Jace. Tom's back in Empire. We got Jamie and company back in Empire. So heavy Empire back tonight here. So I'm cheering for the commentator. So that's where I'm backing that fella tonight. Anthony Striker's got Anthony backed up here. Only because it's not an 8B1 CIS force. Sean Death says that droids win at some point. I agree. This might be a 4-hour one with payload. Yeah, could be. Ronan's back in the Rebels. All right. 1 tree down already. Correct. All right. So Jake wants to back Jace, but can't root for CIS. Therefore, defaults Anthony. Okay. A lot of Anthony tonight. Yeah. Cannot back the CIS. Okay. Can't seems like a strong word there. All right. Looks like we had Officer move up and do some electrobinocular shenanigans here. So pretty stock standard. Those pike dodges are out and effective, except for against tanks. All right, we did pull a heavy. I mean, by pull, I mean activate. All right, of course, Bernard's back in Jace. That's a given as well. Bernard, it hasn't been working the past little bit. Yeah. The magic has been gone. Yeah, the magic has been gone. So Bernard needs to, activate some special powers here for Jace. Well, now for everyone's favorite time of the evening, shooting by the AAT. Striker pointing out his pikes have done work. I think pikes have generally done, maybe short of the first game we had pikes on the table. I think pikes have always, typically, I should say, done quite well for everyone on screen here. So Jay's trying to figure out who he wants to kill first. All right, going to shoot into the yellow stormtroopers at the top of the map. Looks like he is opting to pop those shells. Does have LTA on board here, so will have an aim. Gonna go 6. Heavy cover looks like that's gonna take that down to 4. Anthony needing to roll 4 Stormtrooper saves. Let's see how Anthony's red dice start off. All right, start off 1 better than average. 1 better than average. All right, all right. First suppression down on the table. Anthony's going to the stack. Jing, jing, jing. Got a core. Anthony's got lots of core options here. Yeah, I don't know if that guy even legions anymore, Ronan. I think Ryan is just gone. So he's gone from the planet. All right, looks like Anthony's opting to go with storms. I'm not sure if this was the one that was shot or not. Is this the shot unit? No, this is the other one. Okay, opposite. Okay. All right, so no rally roll required. Anthony with the unorthodox. I'm going to move my payload as first activation. Yeah. All right, so Anthony gonna double move. I think he's gonna proc a box here. All right, I actually have the deck tonight for the players, just so I can actually see what comes up, and I'll let you guys know. I'll let Anthony finish up doing what he's doing, and then I will tell him what he's pulled. And we just shifted that payload. I was just kidding. We know exactly where it goes because it started in a stock standard position. Justice is voting for CIS. Yay! He's tired of the Empire winning. Yeah. Clearly, Justice has been watching Cassian and understands that the Empire is oppressive. No spoilers. No spoilers for all of Star Wars. The Empire is oppressive. Double move and pull one from the box. Yeah. All right, Anthony, you have pulled grappling harpoon or field scanner. Would you like to gain scale, or would you like to have a free dodge when you get to defend against a range attack? All right, field scanner goes to Anthony, and I will shuffle the deck. There we go. No. They are 100% painted, Bernard. In fact, they're chipped, weathered, a whole bunch of stuff on there. The only thing they do not have is the snow weathering on them. So, yeah, they are painted. You know, I'm voting against whoever Anthony plays next. Okay. Well, I probably have to play Anthony because I haven't get to play Anthony in a while. So, what did you pull there, Jace, or you didn't? I haven't pulled yet. Okay. All right. Is that core at the top there, Anthony? Supposed to be flipped now? Yes. Okay. All right, there we go. And you guys are playing woods tonight as light cover, light difficult? Okay. All right, so it looks like Jace is going to go a core activation here. According to the script, Jace loses. Yeah. Well, it depends if Anthony starts complaining or not, because that's when he activates the superpower. So. Well, now Anthony's just playing mind games. All right, so Jace is just moving up a B1 squad. I believe this might be the naked one. They're all shooting the same dice, but nothing there. All right. Donnie checking in. Donnie checking in from Gravenhurst. Another Canadian viewer. A lot of Canadians in tonight. It's good. Good showing. Good showing. Less to do in Canada on Saturday night, I guess. All right, so that is a rally required here. Going to go with the north side T21 Storms. One action, they are down a model, just in case you guys were wondering why that only has 4. I think it's going to be a double move to the box here. Single move to the box. Oh, yeah, single action. That's correct. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Anthony just working to keep at least one unit here in range 1. Single action. Going to maintain that heavy cover by the looks of things here. There we go. All right. Looks like we'll be back to Jace. All right. That takes care of the 2 core over there, and Commander have gone. Anthony, is your Commander token supposed to be flipped as well at the back? Okay. There we go. Yeah. And Vader is in LAAT currently? Yep. All right. All right. Over to Jace. He does still have a few tokens in the bag. Not much else to show you. Maybe I'll just hang out here for right now so you guys can kind of see what's happening here. Most of the tokens on Jace's side are up, and Anthony will have only things remaining on screen to go. A lot of Legion terrain featured tonight, as well as a little sprinkling in there of Imperial terrain as well. We got some Gale Force 9 trees and hills. And like I said, we got a Deep Cut Studio gaming mat on there. So what was that? Sorry, Jace. Oh, cool. Thank you. We'll have Special Forces. So that'll be one of the 2 situational awareness Magna Guards. So no heavy in the Magna Guard. So no rocket, no whip. It's just 2 3-man Magna Guards. But Jace does have 3 PK droids, so he's got the ability to bring them back. They are AI. They are move or dodge. It looks like he went with the dodge option here. You can kind of see what Jace has got going on back here.
I bet you do. I really bet you do.
I'm just going to do a little adjustment with the focus here. And I think that gets us pretty close there. There you go. You get a little shadow with the white gaming mat. So if you guys think it's a little bit dark in some places, that is because the white is really reflective of some of the light from the cams and the lights, and you'll get a bit more shadow on this one, especially when the guys are standing right in front of some of the lights. All right, looks like we're just gonna hang out there and do a whole heck of a lot of nothing. All right, we'll swap cams here. We'll go down to Anthony's side. We'll go close side cam. And we got the LAAT. All right. Anthony is going to literally fly over the top of that. Looks like he's going to figure out a shot here. There is HE shells on this LAAT as well. Not sure what he's lining up there. Looked like he was measuring to the tank. You didn't miss a lot, Call Me Captain. I'll give you just a little bit of a redux here in terms of what we're playing tonight. So we are playing a payload. This is still turn 1. It is supply drop. It's Empire versus CIS. Anthony is rocking the Empire. He is red tonight. Jace has got the CIS. He is blue. 10 acts on the Empire side, 9 on the CIS. Only a couple activations in here. We're down 1 Stormtrooper model, and I think that's the only casualty on the table at this moment. Anthony is just about to fire a LAAT shot here.
No, aim and a suppression. Aim and a suppression.
I'm not sure if Anthony opted to pop shells here or not. Did he say shells?
Yeah, I'm popping shells and shooting.
Yeah, I can show you the lists here. That's the list right there.
Oh, right, critical on the shells because it doesn't insert otherwise. So I got to roll for one because of what cover. Oh, it was almost a block there.
What was that into, Jace?
Just some B1s.
Oh, B1s. Okay. Gotcha. So I was just into some B1s there. All right. Over to Jace. Hmm. Yeah, Pike still really like the AAT for sure, but really anything that likes dodges probably doesn't. So payload will be the most interesting element of this game. I think payload's going to be a bit of an equalizer. I think in terms of having to get the armies maybe both out of position from what they might like. So Anthony does have the ability to kind of move his payload across the front of his army without having to move his army a lot, at least at present. Jace is definitely going to need to do a little bit of shoving. And then when they meet, that'll be when the game will start. Jace is contemplating moves here. Does have Magna in the bag as well as a T series. I think he has 3 face up B1s still to go, and then 1 tank with a face up token as well.
Yeah, but he's also keeping me safe. Yeah, anything can. Anything can go. And
Yeah,
payload can go.
yeah. Payload does cause displacement. Anything can go over it. It does provide heavy cover. It's not stopped by anything of any height. So if you had a height 17 building, that payload could go over that height 17 building.
The yellow core.
All right, yellow core. All right, core pull. There it is. Oh, yeah. So you can block the payload in the sense that it physically has to be able to land. So while the AAT it can cut across it, it cannot land and displace the ground vehicle. Tactic I talk a lot about. If you just go like 1.5 inches out from the payload, you'll often cause it to have to make a turn. When it makes a turn, you're going to have negative distance achieved for the payload. So keep in mind it does have the reposition option, but yeah, it is a tactic that I use quite a bit with double AAT. Love payload with this list, or versions of this list, I should say. All right, so Jace going with another B1 squad there. The first one he went with was a PK.
So what do you have left? Tank, commander, Magna, one more B1.
And then Jace, your B1 that's naked is still in the bag, or
I just went with
okay, just went with that one. Okay, so he's got one PK droid B1 left to go.
T series, one Magna.
Yep, and tank. All right. Not sure what Anthony pulled there. Oh, he hasn't pulled. Okay, he's just measuring a pike. We'll see what he pulls out. I'm going to predict core. It is not. It'll be one of the 2 snipers. All right, aim shot into the tank here. Looking for crits. 2 black with an aim.
Oh, that was close.
Wanted to be.
Yeah.
Negative. Plink, plink. All right, moving on. Tank thought it heard something. Turns out it was nothing. All right, Jake's going to go for the pull. It is T-Series. Probably seeing a little bit of bolster action here. And likely a whole heck of a lot of nothing. All right, so unactivated Magna getting a bolster here, and the tank also getting a bolster, and then then the T-Series is going to take a dodge of his own. All right, back to Anthony. Will Anthony draw back-to-back special forces here? He does not. This time he goes for the core. All right, so he still has the Snows with Delmico as well as the 2 pikes. Pikes are sitting on multiple tokens right now with both an aim and a dodge. Looks like he's currently measuring from one of the pike units. Wanting to find range 4 to the tank. All right, Jason's going to find range 4 for him. That's the action we have happening right now. All right, Anthony opting to go with the blue squad here. The blue pikes, I should say. Finding range. There we go. Shots coming in hot. Just has a disruptor here. There's the red and 2 black. Does have an aim. We'll proc that aim. Does have impact on that, so I'm just going to keep that. Jason's going to step right in front of the camera. It's fantastic. There we go. He will take a wound.
No, whatever will I do about that?
Minor flesh wounds. Should have loaded up some Monty Python drops tonight, so at some point Jason will be biting off his kneecaps. Anthony will be calling for Jace to bring out his dead. Jace will say, just kidding, they were just robots. They're fine now.
JK, everybody.
All right. Jace is trying to figure out if he wants to go with this set of robots or another set of robots or the tank robot. Jace seems all right. Core unit. Jace seems hesitant to do any strafe or movement here with the tank as he feels he might open up all the cover to the droids. Anthony does still have weapons to pressure down that side, so he might be accurate on that. Although the range band looks to be a little bit long here. All right, so that'll be one of the heals off the table, and that'll be bringing back, I believe, the tank wound.
Yep.
All right, so tank is now full health. Over to Anthony. Anthony does still have Special Forces 2 core and I think a LAAT. No, sorry, just that. Just Special Forces and 2 core. Yeah, LAAT is already gone. I got fooled by the LAAT position, but the LAAT position is inaccurate. All right, there's a core. He's got another basically similar position pike unit just to the left of the blue pike unit. And he does have Delmico on the storms at the back, kind of nearest that AT-AT head. Chat, you were awful quiet tonight. It is just me, so feel free to get that chatter, that banter, those questions, those thoughts. I'm exceptionally tired. I did a lot of stuff this week, including one day walk, running, and jogging 24 kilometers in just over 4 hours. So it was a day. That was Tuesday, by the way. Sorry, that was Monday, by the way. So I was in pretty rough shape come Tuesday. So, but that's not why we did not cast. I actually ended up being stuck at school, covering off an event, and that's why the Tuesday cast didn't happen. And then Wednesday cast was supposed to happen, and I was 12 minutes out, and then. Well, folks in my house decided that the things they ate didn't want to stay in the places that they go normally, and so we had a couple sick people in the house. So like I said, call an audible there on Wednesday and shut that down. So I'm all prepared for next week's stream. So that's 2 weeks in the making. All right. Power of magnets. All right, so it looks like Anthony is going to clamber up over this little head here. No, I mean clamber as in the sense of the movement, not in the sense of the keyword. Scramble, I should say. And I think he was going to find range to a tank here. Yeah, Delmico. I think he's going into the other tank, perhaps. Same one? Okay, same one. All right. Never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. That core token gets flipped over to Jace. I'll bring you back to the start of the game when I said Anthony's probably going to pot shot. I will never shoot the tanks. Anthony's just shot tanks. that is true. I think they're fair shots to take. So, Canadian Bear is feeling forced to root for CIS while he's painting his down ATST. Okay. You seem conflicted there. All right, Jace trying to figure out what is the best route to get there. All right, we're about to see everybody's favorite move in the game. Strafe. Predictable, but good. Delmico about to get a utility boost with the IG release. Okay. Not wrong. Not wrong. All right, so that is definitely a strafe move there to the other side of the payload. No worry about back arc here. I can give you guys a little bit of an action shot, find out where Jace is. There we go. Man, I like being up close and personal with all this action. So into the frame, some might say. So don't forget that PTZ camera, folks. It'll be a big help for us. We'll be able to not only capture stationary shots, we'll be able to get great sleeve shots of Deep Cut Studio sleeves on our jerseys there. But we'll also be able to pan and tilt and even zoom in here on the action. So, and Bernard will really appreciate it because we'll have all those painted models. So, all right, I'm expecting a big shot here. He is going to go to those pikes. Pikes got a dodge, but you know what? That's useless. So here we go. High velocity shot coming in. Boom, boom, boom. All the dice. Does have the aim. Needs it. Does not convert that red, though. So we'll lose 2. We'll go to 4. Should have been 5, but wasn't unable to proc that. See what the white dice say for Anthony. Anthony's white dice say, no, sir. Truthfully, and welcome to the nearly 30 folks that we have hanging out. So if you guys are just jumping in and you haven't got a chance to, let us know where you're watching from for sure. Yeah, Anthony hating the AT, but through that hating Jace even more. So yeah. How close are you getting the camera right now? This camera is probably 4 feet, 3 feet from the action. That particular one, we'll be able to get the other one a little bit further. But the nice part about this is I can get you guys like quite close, and this is not going to be the expensive cam, but I can get you guys pretty close just with this. So. The new one, how close? Oh yeah, we can probably get even tighter than that for sure. So it'll be complete overkill for the distance that we have, but it's going to be the functionality of it in terms of being able to move and get to focus in on different action areas from one location. So right now we're running a bunch of cameras, so it's quite nice. Like we can get you like a little far side image, we can get you that close side image, we can get you that overhead image, we can get you an activation shot, we can get you an end side table shot. So we can do all that right now with what we have. It's going to be the functionality of moving one camera from one location in addition to everything that we're doing right now. So that's where the benefit comes in. Oh, sorry. How close? I was not tracking that at all. I will tell you that, Donnie, when we get in between turns. Sorry, I was missing that question entirely. I didn't think you were asking me about money, but fair enough. I will tell you where we're at. So, and I do appreciate.
How close is the camera? About 4 feet.
Well, it just says, how close are you getting the camera? And I thought he
too, yeah, I
meant
thought
to
it
the
was
table.
distance as well.
Yeah, no, Striker. I wish everything that was expensive was out of reach of Jace, but sadly, no. Sadly, no. Ooh, all right. That is an impact point, I think there. But but yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't great dice to get there though. So he is gonna spend the bolster surge there and say, "No, sir, not today."
Oh, I forgot to give out aggressive tactics this turn too. Yeah, I've only got one Magna left.
All right, so we have a special forces pull there. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome.
They will AI move and then move again because they can.
Jake saying this is a great distraction from him, so he's cleaning out my painting studio, aka my bedroom closet. Okay, yeah, everyone's got a studio. It's fine. I mean, I think it's okay to say studio. If it's where you work, it's good. All right, I got a sniper team here. Oh, grab box. All right, you get. All right, you get.
Go, please.
Camouflage or camouflage.
Thank you, Sean. Double low profile. So now I'm covered 4.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that was the most useless pull, but it was the most useless pull. Times 2.
I like it when you even shuffle those.
I
like it when Sean pulls these back.
I shuffled. I shuffled each time.
I don't like when Sean pulls. So far, he's given me the 2 most useless cards I could have had.
Just tracking. Anthony's
Maybe
complaining.
hold it back this.
Anthony's complaining. Just if you guys are keeping score at home.
Yeah.
All right, Magna.
It's a hovercraft, right? You have to have to be able to physically see the one.
I'm pretty sure you can see that back one probably.
Cool.
There's a silhouette on the edge if you guys need it. All right, does get a. He does have situ. A great situation awareness that doesn't get the proc here.
Yeah, that'll also make it easier if I spin him, so his electro staff actually lets me put that there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so one crit. Yeah, does have an aim. All right, so 1 wound onto a Magna.
Situational awareness. I'll dodge.
Nope,
Oh,
can't dodge. Yep, can't dodge.
Hey, I did a wound this turn. Woohoo! You got good snipers.
Yeah, just kidding. That one won't last. I think Jace is done, and Anthony, that was your last one. All right, let's jump back into the booth. Players are going to sweep the turn. All right, boom. Here we go. Let's bring up the scoreboard. It's still 0-0. Don't forget your payload pushes, boys.
Yep.
We'll show you those payload pushes when we get back in. It's kind of nothing super exciting at this point. That is turn 2, or going into turn 2. We are about half hour into the game at this point. Donnie asked a question, so let's go check that out. So Donnie, this is where we're at currently, 24% of the way there, 651 in the books on that, and of course the studio does contributions as well. So this is just straight from the donation. We used a Patreon to pay for all the upkeep each and every month. So running the eCam, running the studio fees and bills, and the internet bill. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Jace. It's real bright here, Jace. I can't see them. So,
I know
um,
that light just kills your eyes.
and yeah, so Jace has got me the card there. I'll wait on Anthony. No rush, but we are 651, 24% of the way there. These are all the folks that have helped us out, including one Donnie Collins right there, added to the donator wall. There's our patrons. There's our donators. Thanks a lot. Paul Buller and Pink Zeppelin 39 were our newest patrons added since the last show that we did. So they're in there as well. So players are getting ready for turn two. I have the cards. There we go. Before we get into turn two, make sure you guys are giving your predictions if you haven't as to who you're rooting for, who's going to win. Turn two is going to be brought to you by Gamers Grass. I just put in a massive order with Gamers Grass. In addition, while I placed my order, I already had another box coming from them in the form of their newest sort of pre-colored, pre-printed foldable plants. So they're really, really cool. They're like a laser etched plant. I ordered a bunch and I got some of the new ones as well. I'll be doing a little bit of an unboxing in that in the form of those on the Patreon. So look for that. In addition, we're also going to bring this turn to you by LegionTerrain.com. A whole bunch of the Legion Terrain stuff is on the table tonight, including the AT-ATs, the TIE Fighter, and the downed X-Wing. So we want to thank the folks at LegionTerrain.com for the great stuff. Go check it out. It's as is, as ordered. So it came pre-painted, ready to go on the table, and you can make a table look just like ours, just simply by going over to LegionTerrain.com. So awesome. All right, let's jump to the table. There we go. Activation. No deaths in the activations. So we'll just keep track of that. Let me get rid of that. Cards, though, in the books are going to be for Jace. He's going to be playing Orbital Strike, and Anthony's decided he's going to go with Push. So it will be a roll-off here. Players can do that, and we'll figure out what's going to happen. I'll make Anthony's go real small there. He played a 2-pip. Jace has played his 2-pip. So Anthony's now played a 2 and a 3. Anthony with the roll-off and does lose the roll-off to Jace, who's going to gain priority. If you're also just joining us, there are the lists for tonight. Anthony rocking the Empire, 10 activations, $7.99. Officer Vader, Snowtroopers with Delmico, 2 times Stormtroopers with T-21s, 2 Pikes with the Disruptors, 2 Snipers, and a LAAT. Jace with the 9 activations, T-Series, 3 PK battle droids. He's got 1 naked, 2 Magna, both without heavies but situational awareness, and then he's got 2 redundant AAT battle tanks with T-Series, HE shells, and LTA on board. There we go. So, oh, perfect. Striker saying that he likes to black out the edges of his plants. I will probably be using pigments on mine to dull and blend them in a little bit more, which will likely achieve the same effect. But the black Sharpie might just be the thing that helps you out. So good chat there. A tip, I should say. Back from the dead. Oh my goodness. Somebody called for Ryan, and there he is. He's in chat. Everyone welcome Ryan, or don't. It's up to you. But he is in chat, and so we applaud him. We already have action on the table. It looks like Jace is activating the T-Series to do orbital strike. Oh, that was the tank. You're going for barrage shot there. Okay, rolling. Oh, that was 4 red, not 2 red, 2 black. I think he's going with the lower tank here. Yes. Okay. So it will into the pikes, I believe. 4 down to 1, down to 3. So they did remove a couple models there.
Oh, they get danger sense.
Danger sense, yeah.
They get danger sense.
No, and does remove the last of the pike there.
One more save there.
Yeah. All right, so that will get Pike off the table. So Jace going for the quick snipe there of the double tap barrage.
I was hoping to do it in one shot and then put a shot somewhere else.
Ryan dusting off the soapbox apparently. So Empire on the table. So I feel like a beacon went out somewhere, like the beacons at Gondor were lit, and Ryan responded. Jace is just clearing off the non-Empire pure forces here first. So, oh, I did shuffle, Anthony. I'm almost reluctant to tell Anthony what I'm going to pull.
Double camouflage, even though it's not possible.
No, I got a holo projector and a field scanner.
A Dodger in order token.
All right, holo projector it is. Just so there's no further shenanigans, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to shuffle the deck on camera so Anthony can go back and see this later that I am shuffling after each round. Got those useless cards right to the top. Perfect. All right. Let's jump back to that overhead. All right, Anthony, going to flip that. What did you shoot there, Anthony?
Magna.
Okay, Magna. Okay.
Killed the one guy that he kept sniping.
The tokens that Anthony is using, yes, those are the Dallas Open tokens. Yep. What? Anthony, Ryan was wondering if that was the tokens that from the tournament that we went to, but does he count as having gone to that tournament? Wow, I'm not going to repeat that, but I really hope that the microphone picked that up. So just give me a thumbs up in chat if you actually heard what Anthony said there, because that was quite funny. But yes, they are from the Dallas Open. Good event. I had a great time there once I got into the country.
I had a good time till the last game. Actually, the last 5 minutes of the last game.
All right. Neither one of these players like the paint by numbers, so. Ryan says that hurts, man, just like the food poisoning that he had. In fairness, Anthony also had food poisoning. Actually, wait, no, that was just Denny's. All right, pulling the extra tank here. All right. Barrage coming into the Stormtroopers. That'll be 4 down to 2. Red dice save. See if they bail Anthony out here. Average. Okay. Loses another one. All right. Yeah, Ryan didn't go to the Denny's though. It was Anthony did. So and still got second, or well, played on final table, got 4th overall. But Anthony's red dice are hitting hard here tonight. So tank is just putting out a lot of suppression, chip damage. Did get a pike off the table, of which I should jump over to the activation window because Anthony will be down one of the pikes. There we go. Let's eliminate that. Jump in for the action cam here. Zoom this out just a little bit. There we go. Want to point out great appreciation here coming in from Sean Siebert, coming in with a $34 donation on our end. Thank you very much, Sean. I'll add you to the wall. Greatly appreciated. That pushes us up a little bit more towards the final. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, Sean, for that chat. Make sure you give Sean a little shout out for the contribution. As I said, every contribution helps us, but it helps you guys from the entertainment sake. So if you like what we're doing, it's only going to get better with each of these donations coming in. So thank you very much, sir. All right. I'm not sure who's trying to eyeball what up here exactly. One large building disappeared here temporarily. What's happening in 2 weeks, Ryan?
All the other guys can see for sure. It's just him. I'm not sure if he can see anyone or not.
All right, Jace trying to eyeball up some stuff here. Looking over at Anthony's side here. There we go. Oh, okay. You're waiting for the IG. Gotcha. Yeah, he's going to be good. It's going to be good. Let me flip that over because Jace will be on the other side here. Boom. There we go. All right, aim shot. Is this from the Storm DLT 21s? T21, the full squad, eh? Okay, yeah. Cool. Yep, gotcha. All right, shot coming into heavy cover. Looks like it will be two. Probably has an aim there with scope or with precise. So it'll be two after cover.
Double block, boys.
Oh,
Surge on them.
no surge. I think Jace is going to be picking up a couple models there. Boom, boom. Gonzo. There you go. Few B1s thinned out. If you guys were tracking at home or just joining us, it is turn two, about an hour 47 left on the clock. It is payload, so the score is going to remain 0-0 for a bit here. Major offensive was the deployment. You can see here Anthony's payload is just to the right of his LAAT base, which is missing the LAAT entirely, but you can see that there. And then Jace has got his payload cart that is just skirting the front of his lower AAT there, the leftmost AAT. He is going to that large hill on the very left-hand side of the table. So any point on that mountain there or hill, and Anthony is working his way towards the lower AT-AT leg. So any portion of that piece of terrain there, whether it's the toe tip or the ankle joint. All right. All right, so Jace did pull Commander there. That is in the form of a Naked T-Series. This is Invasion Force that Jace is running here, so hence the configuration that he has. But as Striker pointed out, he did not maximize the 8B1 potential, opting to go instead for a couple Naked Magna Guard here. Looks like Jace might try to continue to put that a little bit of pressure on that T-21 Stormtrooper unit. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go there. This is going to be a suppressive weapon. We'll put them on 4 suppression if this is able to hit. Very likely to be able to. Does have 3. No aim there. 2 because he does have sharpshooter, I believe, on that. Is going to need to make 2 saves. Saves have been pretty good for Anthony. Coming out again average there. We'll lose the last of the generic models, so just down to Leader and T21, I think. There we go. Will be suppressive, so we'll go to 4 suppression there. All right, Anthony going to the bag. Players moving at a nice steady pace here, which is great. All right, does get a core pull there. 1 less pike. He's going to go with the 4 the unit with 4 suppression, I should say. Rolls off precisely 3, which is great. All the dice evening out here. So is going to have a single action, but but is going to have actions. That is the main thing. So I don't know if he was at range 3 of generic, but I think he was. But wouldn't have mattered if he wasn't able to roll off, but he was. So that's pretty good for him. He's in a position. He is touching the box by the looks of it, and does. He's not touching the box. Oh,
He'll be alive next turn. I don't have much.
all right. So apparently he is not touching the box there. Only the bottom one is touching the box. Just looks like a shadow, I guess. Yeah, I guess he didn't quite make it last turn with a single action. So he's going to move to the other side. Potentially not. All right, Anthony going to opt to save the unit and move to the other side of the box there. He's going to take his suppression with him, and that'll conclude that activation. Over to Jace. All right, got a core pull here. B1 with a PK or no PK? Okay, all right, pulls off the suppression there. Let's find out what Jace is trying to do here. He's trying to maneuver and move around between these.
Oh yeah, so it'll have to be that unit then.
All right, so it looks like he's going to take a shot into the full size unit. Nothing there. All right, so nothing there. Anthony going back to the bag for more pulls. He's got another core. So it'll be a pike or a snow. He's got one full pike left. He's got full snow. Two special forces. They're tucked in a similar region. He's gone with one of them already. Delmico is part of that snow trooper unit. No flamer. All right, shot coming into the tank. Tank is gone. Tank does have one surge. All right, doesn't get anything there. And all right, Anthony then going to pull the pikes back a little bit there into safety, not wanting to get a rinse and repeat potentially on turn 3 from one or more tanks. I know Big Jace has assembled the 3 swoop bikes, so expect to see the demoralized list here in the not too distant future. So, oh, Jace has to build his Shadow Collective. He doesn't have a builder. Poor Jace. I was cutting foam for the Lord of the Rings project today, so that'll be my time-consuming project upcoming. That is a naked core. I've also upped my game. You know you're into serious terrain making when you order 25 pounds of sculpt mold. So I have 25 pounds on the way. So I got tired of buying 3-pound bags, so I upped it and went to the big boy purchase. So same thing with plaster when I ordered 45 pounds of plaster to cast rocks. So all good stuff. Not the most economical for everybody, but definitely a route you can go if you ever have big projects. There's big quantities out there, so don't think you need to buy that the hobby store quantity. If you do enough looking, art supply stores are great and typically have really good shipping, just because they are used to shipping large items. So, all right, here's a core. Anthony with a ringing endorsement for Legion, and if you're looking to get into it, Anthony's quote is, "I hate this game." So yeah, run to your local store now to purchase. So no, Chronic Canuck. It will. It is. I'm painted out black. I decided to go for a couple more coats, so I did 2 more today. I'm gonna let that dry fully, and I'm gonna do the glass on Monday. So I thought I was gonna be ready, but I wanted to do a little bit more black work. It's hard to get the wall to paint up because it's just sheetrock and hard to get it without kind of streaks. So I think it looks okay now. The glass will cover most of it, but I wanted to go for a real rich black behind it. So I did not hear anything about the limited edition Grogu. I did see people posting about it, but I don't know in terms of any details about that. So Ryan. All right, looks like Anthony is trying to figure out where he can get with the speed 1, speed 1. Opting to go a little farther forward. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Steady. Steady shot. All right. And Anthony's going to see what I'm going to pull for him. I'm sure it's good enough.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, so not sure what players have decided for cover here. We'll find out. Light cover now. 2 crits won't matter.
See, it wouldn't even matter.
Wouldn't have matters. Makes
I mean,
a save.
I get rid of this.
All right, and Anthony pulls box, and he gets arc welder and precision scopes. Scopes it is. Yeah, I can't use it from the steady attack though.
Yeah, because that's be right
It's got to go after. So, all right, now shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Yeah.
All right. Anthony didn't complain there, by the way. Just pointing that out. Gave him something useful.
Yeah. Finally.
If Anthony just pulls all the supplies, he'll be fine. All right, there we go. do, 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 do,
This
do,
is
do.
tough because I just got like open ground, but I just gotta move up in. Yeah. We'll go with a. We'll go with yellow.
Core. There we go.
Yep.
Jason's got to cross some light cover woods here in order to get to the heavy cover structures. Does need to push his cart, but he's got a pretty open path there. And like I said, Anthony's going to cut across his army to get to the point there. So it might be a little bit of a log jam in and around those legs there that are the AAT.
Move. We will heal back this Magna.
All right, we got a Magna Guard heal coming back here from the PK. I believe that is heal number 2 used.
Heal two, but it's a different box, so they both still have one left.
Yeah, so both got 1 left, and he's got 4 total heals left on the table. This is kind of a shot coming down the table here, and you can see what Jace has to deal with there.
That's not a range three. To the B1s. No. You. Yeah. I guess it was heavy. You had heavy cover, so it doesn't matter. It was two crits in it. Yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant. The crits would have got past heavy cover.
All right. Players just sorting out some range band issues there, but looks like we got resolution. Jay's trying to figure out what he wants to do. He's going to do a standby there with that unit. I mean, like the activation counts, just so you guys know, it is 9-9 on the activation count here.
So the last thing in your bag is your commander?
Okay. There will be a special forces pull there for Anthony. That is the list there again if you're just joining us. Anthony was looking to pull the officer to buff up the things, but yep. But Becky was not to be found anywhere. All right, so we're removed another Magna off the table.
I just brought it back. So what do you got left?
Commander Vader LAAT. Jace's going to go for a pull here.
Yes, because it's dead.
And a Pike that is no longer with us. So Jace looks like he's got
Yeah, I'll pull.
one face up on the table. There you go. Pulls a Magna Guard. All right, so it does shed off one of the.
Another Magna and a B1.
So Magna B1. Two heals.
Red has used one, yellow's used one. Blue is still full on heals. Red has one left, yellow has one left.
So AI move, move.
And we will free action pick from the stack.
All right, Jace is looking for boxes, and Jace gets a hollow projector or a grappling harpoon. You want scale or do you want an order?
I'll take orders.
All right, hollow projector's out. Shuffling again. All right, Anthony found the commander he was looking for.
Is this the commander you've been looking for?
He's going to do a little inspirational message here to the stormtroopers.
Yeah, because I somehow rolled 3 off.
Folks looking at home, 131 left on the clock, still turn 2, no score. Payload, supply drop, major offensive was the deployments. Nearing the end of turn 2, we just got a few activations left to go here. Looks like Officer Becky is, well, I guess in this case it's Officer Bill. Friends call him Veers. He's going to slide up here, checking the bubble, the command bubble there. Hang out and do a whole heck of a lot of nada. There we go. Over to Jace. He's got a B1 and another Magna Guard to go. He's got 2 Magna Guards in the front squad, 3 in the back. All right, there it is. Magna Guard is activating Special Forces. There you go. Forget, folks, those order tokens. We're going to have the sample packs here, hopefully not before too long. Once we have them, we confirm the quality, we confirm we like them. The way to get them is going to be via our Patreon, so you guys can go check that out. It's going to be perk only. You guys will be able to join a special tier, something thereabouts, and then you guys will be able to acquire your very own Friday Night Fights activation tokens. All right, a move and a standby there. So AI move and then standby. Has a dodge already. All right, LAAT is going to take a move. It's going to, in fact, take a little bit of a right hook here. Want to point out how awesome the base is for this model. It's really cool. Flight stand as well. Comes with a whole bunch of extra parts that make the actual ship, but Anthony doesn't want to use any of those, so we're just going to feature the base tonight.
Yellow has it, and then I have
All right, Anthony trying to figure out where and if Vader will be safe to get out. How he wants to navigate that. Is still a PK unit, I think, to go on the table as well. I'll give you guys a sense of what Anthony's contemplating here. So he's sitting there with the LAAT. We got Magnus sort of tucked in. You can see one there, one's on the other side of that toe. He's got the other Magna right on the right-hand side of the screen. That one has a standby. There's yet another standby, I believe, in another unit, and 1 unit left to go. So you are correct, Sean. Yeah, and your donation will allow us to continue to purchase said paint that no one else knows. So continue to have that translucent paint here. Thank goodness we're going to have that camera that's going to be able to zoom specifically in on those invisible models. So. All right, I'm not sure what Anthony's opting to do. Look at easily. All right, he's going to take a shot in the B1s. The ones that have not gone yet, or was it the standby? Okay, roger that. No, Striker. We will not be zooming in on any bare plastic, right? Remember, that's the deal. That's the deal. Listen, when
I will
we're
stand
all
by.
trying to get 4 factions painted for all you guys to have all the games, you got to cut us some
Your
slack here, my
defense
friend.
decks have been like on fire though.
Okay.
Yeah, but like you feel this, I've got a 4x.
All right. The wet towels have come out and they have proceeded to whip each other with them. So sponges are next. Tune in for turn 3 when the sponges come out. All right.
I do. I still have
1v1 here.
1v1.
Yeah. Did you, Governor Price, do the thing?
Yeah, for sure. Aim and suppression.
All right. There we go. So Anthony's left with Vader, I believe. Yeah. Could be. Could be. Tune in for turn 4. Yeah. All right. Jace is eyeballing up the heel here. Yep. Fair enough. Here comes back the Magna Guard as predicted. Pretty stock standard PK droid play here. Oh, look. Another Magna Guard.
So that one's out of heals now.
Out of heals, but doesn't matter. Brought back more than its value there in 1 heal alone. Boom, boom, boom. Moving up.
So move, heal,
Likely
standby,
another
basically.
standby. Exactly. Another standby applied. So I think you still have
Two
2
standby.
active standbys here. All right, over to Anthony. Jace is out.
Yeah, red and
Jace did have priority here,
so
even though
just
both
about to make
players
it.
are on 9 acts each. So
What would you like to do, sir?
to Vader or not to Vader? That is the question. Just in case you are curious about Anthony's Vader loadout, he has a choke push tenacity into the fray. No burst of speed Vader here. Vader is coming out. This is coming out party here for Vader. LAAT only moved 1 time this round, so Vader will be able to do a disembark here. That's kind of what Jace is looking at there. That's what Anthony's looking at there. And that's what we're all looking at there. So Anthony's got 2 Magna Guard kind of pinching off in between here. I don't know the actual measurement between the LAAT and the. Jace, can you measure the LAAT to the payload? Is it at
The lat is not.
okay, not in range. So Anthony, he just
He gets
gets
the
out.
disembark and that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
No free actions, no force push, no
Yeah.
choke.
Yeah,
I'm
so
trying to make it difficult for you because like I gotta get these weak units across the top.
hey, I'd never call a B1 unit weak again. I have a high tolerance for a lot of things, but I will not tolerate that. So right now, currently, Anthony does have 2 sitting on his. Yeah, he's sorry, Sean. He's getting his disembark here. Anthony's question was, had he moved the LAAT twice, what would he be able to do with Vader? So that was the contemplated question there. So no question here. It's a single move. He will get the disembark. Um, Anthony, you also get that.
Yeah, like
You
you
get
still
the
have speed
you
one for the
speed 1
disembark.
from there. Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to figure out where to KO.
And then the point I was just making is Anthony's unable
So you have
to
against Magna Guard now.
contest the payload. The payload will move here, even if he were to. I guess if there's a way he could find to be at range and not have the magazine, I don't really think that's a likelihood here. Um, but Jace's further push is going to kind of be in that perpetual no man's land here with the payload, unless he's prepared to move a considerable amount of his force across. Anthony's dilemma is going to be real estate for his payload. He might have to take a little bit of an end around and or do a little bit of a displacement. So we'll see how that goes. We will have a look at the payload moves here before we jump back in between turns. So Anthony's still trying to figure out where Vader's going to precisely get out here. We'll go back to the action play. Boom. What a great shot there. I can see everything's going on. Okay. Guys can have a look at this. I'll zoom right in on that. Hopefully that translates not too pixelated for you guys. All right, so we have a little bit of a window here now. So that's the disembark speed 1, I believe. And now we're looking at some standby plays here. Jace is going to trigger 1 standby to get back up within range of the cart, which I think is a solid move here. That's going to be the B1 trigger. I think Anthony outstripped the Magna Guard standby, so not going to get the range there. All right. Anthony does still have the additional actions for Vader. All right, so we got a force push here. Oh, you just wait, Ryan, until I get all the intel. I'm gonna start tapping all my, pulling all my strings and getting the intel on this Grogu. All right, so we're gonna push here. I mean, you had your chance. I almost feel like we got it. It's almost time for another Jersey run here.
Yeah, but Ryan's not.
Ryan's not allowed, says Jace. I mean, I can't argue with a man who comes and puts in Friday nights every week to play games. So we should do sweaters. We should definitely not do sweaters. All right, so we got a charge happening there. So it was a Rico here. Choke out the single wound Magna again.
In a tournament, if you say choke, they're not going to let you attack.
All right, so swing first. 4. Dodge 1 down to 3. Magna save 4th. Choke and wound. Net results about the same there. Probably good for Jace to only lose a single model there. That was just I think it was a tenacity missed roll there.
No.
What was that? Oh, an aim. Okay, gotcha.
He had an aim from Price.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the turn.
An aim from Price. Okay, cool. I'm going to let the players do the carts. Do you guys want to do carts before you do cleanup? Just so I can.
I just got to move some tokens out of the way before I can actually.
All right, so Anthony's going to move his cart to there. He's got enough real estate not to displace anything. Jace is going to shove his cart as well. And then, Anthony, can you give me a measure from your cart just for the viewers at home, kind of see what kind of distance we're talking to touch? Just outside of 2. And then Jace is going to get to shove his cart straight forward, get max distance here. Boom. And then Jace will give us measure for his. And then he's going to be about 2.5-ish, under 3. So, yeah, under 3. So, yep. All right, awesome. I'm going to jump in the booth. Boom. And yeah, make sure I give another thank you to Sean Death for the donation. Appreciate that greatly. I'll add that to the wall at the end of the show. You'll see that appear on the wall on Tuesday. If you guys don't know what we're talking about or wondering what we're talking about, we are adding donators to the donation wall there. Also, Paul Buller and Pink Zeppelin for their additions to the Patreon. This is our little chart that we have going on. If you want to help us out, it's terrainstudio2019 at gmail.com. We are 24% of the way plus the donation from Sean tonight. So that'll put us nearly to the $700 mark, which is fantastic. Adding a camera similar to what we have running right now, but with a little bit more versatility and some range as well as some mobility, which will be fantastic. So we can get in and show you all the action from, all sides of the table, both above, beyond, ends, above. Sorry, we've got the above covered, a left, right shoulder. Yeah, we're adding all kinds of cool things. So, of course, when we get the commentators, when we got additional people in the booth, that's always fun as well. So yeah, we have a pretty close game. I'd say it's about as close as could be expected. Both players are going into 3 here, so both players got more than enough time to push. Probably can get physically touching. I think we're going to start seeing some blocks come in here, though, to play. Vader is now out of the LAAT. Jace hasn't really got into his supplies either, so there's still some boxes for Jace to get into. He has quite a few models left on the table. He's only down, excuse me, a few B1s. Anthony is down a Pike unit, which is kind of big in terms of having a little bit of extra meat on the table for sure. He is down a few Stormtroopers as well. So early body count to Jace. Position-wise, I think a little bit to Anthony just in terms of the route that he had. Excuse me. But we'll see what will happen with Vader now out and Magna's in pounce range here. So exciting game yet to happen. Lots of time left on the clock to see that action. So we'll get into that as well. Don't forget, we talked a little bit about in the pre-show, but the early order has gone in. So we'll have the samples rolling in for the studio for the tokens. They're going to be patron exclusive. We always like to do those little bit of exclusive items for the folks that are particularly interested in the Friday night fight. So that's what they look like. Hopefully they look just like that when we get them. When we get them, you'll see them. When we have them in hand, we'll tell you how to get them, and you guys can get your orders in straight away. I shouldn't say orders. I should say join the Patreon and get your perks. They will not be a store item if I have not already explained that. Players are almost ready for turn 3. I have one of the cards. Turn 3 is going to be brought to you by tellmetheodds.net. Of course, that is Michael Hammond's tool that he put together for all you guys. It's free of charge. You guys can go check out, punch in all the keywords, all the scenarios that you might run into, figure out if your dice odds are average or not. Tons of good, cool tools in there. It's always fun to play around with new units and just see how effective they're going to be on the table against all the other cool things that you might run into. So thank you, Michael, for that. We'll hopefully have the wizard back with us before too long. I know Michael's busy doing his actual day job, but he always likes spending time with you guys. I assure you of that. All right, players are ready. Let's get into the command cards. Jay showed me his. Anthony just showed me his. What do we have for the table? We have a mechanized incursion on Jace's side, and Anthony says fear and dead men is what I will answer with. So Anthony's going to be playing while Darth Vader uses deflect. The attacker suffers 1 wound for each blank result instead of each surge result. And when the enemy unit at range 1 to 2 and in line of sight of Darth Vader activates, Darth Vader gains a dodge. Anthony, by the way, also has Into the Fray, So surge tokens can also be procced from units activating within range of Anthony's Vader. Jace, of course, has mechanized incursion, so he's going to have that pip priority this one. He's going to issue to those tanks, likely through either direct and or other means, and get a whole bunch of orders out here, and probably have full activation control off this turn, as well as priority. So here we go. All right, let me make those small. There we go. So Jace played a 1 and a 2. Anthony's got both 2 pips out and a 3. And we'll find out what Jace is going to go with. So all right, what's Jace going with here? It's been going early with the tanks. Not sure if he wants to do similar here. Does Anthony obviously has Vader order out? Jace has got full bag control here. So does he want to go for buffs? Does he want to go for movement? Does he want to go for shots here? Does he want to go for position, or does he want to go for the big boys? Both tanks should have HE shells cycled up this turn, as well as Anthony should also have no all barrages.
I hit the barrage
Yeah,
last turn.
Anthony should also have shells up as well this round. So I think we have a full boat of shells, and we have 3 heals left on board for Jace. All the choices are always tough. That's what makes them good choices. Except when they're not. So don't screw it up, Jace. All right.
I looked and I'm like, he's got two good units and one like weak one. Oh nope, there's a full up left. Forgot about that. That's tough. Going hitting Vader right now doesn't really do much. He's 7 health. Vader? Yeah. 7 health doesn't really help him that much.
There we go. Super fun model, by the way. I really enjoyed putting that LAAT together. It was actually a pretty intuitive model. Went together nice. Nothing really awkward on it, and it looks super, super sharp. So we'll be sending that off to our friend Ronin48 here very soon. Um, I I have the Empire sitting over there. That's the only awkward one to pack. And we'll figure out. I might actually do that one in a separate box because he's awkward. But Jace is opting to go here with the heavy, which is not awkward at all. I like this play. And we're going to see where he's going to go into. I think he just needs to keep punching acts off the table because every act just counts as the. Yeah, everything counts as the same here in terms of pushing. I think this is into the 2-man unit that moved across the table before. Oh, Jay's still missing on reds. Oh, I think he's missed a red every single shot. Yep. Does have 4. Yeah. Yeah, both players have been missing on some red dice, that's for sure. Average dice say you die. They do. And if that is the 2-man, which I believe it was, that will remove an activation for Anthony. So 1 storm off the table. That'll be a 9 act to 8 advantage now for Jace, and getting it off before it goes is always advantageous when you have priority, especially when you were tied previously. So Anthony going for the pull here. All right, he did pull the LAAT. All right, so heavy pull here for Anthony. Call Me Captain says, I mean, is there a world where you don't just mob Vader with Magna Guard? I mean, it is a payload game, so you can't get hung up too much on just being stuck in one place. That is the thing. And if the Magna Guard are mobbing Vader, it's hard to protect the soft bellies of the B1s. All right, so we got a price activation here. jump into the action here. You can see what
Yes, because you're
super fun. Love seeing all the heavies on the table. Good looking terrain out there. Good looking models out there.
sort of repulsive.
Of course, heavies always make it look extra special. So
Yes, because I have the hover keyword. You don't have
let me update the scoreboard here
So I have the
too,
hover
just to
grind,
reflect that
you
it
have the
is
hover
turn
keyword.
3. Might actually get some scoring in this round, so I'll hit that. There we go. Turn 3. Hour is 6 on the clock. All right, we got to aim.
Okay.
Aim standby here on the LAAT.
Interesting. I am going to go with my other tank.
All right, another tank. Yep, awesome. Thanks, Jace. Another,
Guess what we're doing?
probably just a whole heck of a lot of awesomeness. Everybody's favorite move.
Move there. Get the 3 of this 5 snows in the open. And blast them.
Okay. Anthony does not have any additional defense cards there. 6 and a white. Missed on a red again. Crazy. All right. One goes away for light.
So that'll go away for 6.
6 saves by Anthony. Should save by definition 3.
Saves 3.
There we go. Loses 3 extra dudes. Does take an extra suppression. I think that unit had one already.
Yeah, so they're up to 2.
There we go. And does give Jace.
For one more wound. I was hoping to get lucky on that one and just get rid of Dell. Just get him out of there.
The bodies are starting to stack up here on the Empire, but we saw how that worked last week. Anthony didn't need Anthony didn't need a lot.
Hey, he sold the commander.
There's the commander. Perfect. There's commander here at the back. Anthony gonna move over a little bit, trying to find range here, I believe. Then we're gonna do a little electro binocular issue here. Did a little inspire on those snows in the middle. Drop one of the expression off there if I forgot to mention that.
Cool.
And that is it for Officer Bill. Into the fray.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, and into the fray as well, Anthony.
Was I in line of sight when I started here? Yep. You could? Okay. Okay, cool. Because I was like, I didn't know if you could see him right up against there. These guys are also Yep. Gotcha.
So no into the fray there is a too far, but Fear Deadman does kick in there with the dodge.
Yeah, the only thing that's in range for into the fray is
Magnum currently, yep.
I'm gonna go with my naked unit.
All right, naked B1s. Core activation here for Jace. He's got a number of them there. He's gonna likely see a lot of movement across the table. Jace wants to find range 1 to that card as much as possible. There's a few boxes over there as well. Jace is yet to get to all his supply drops were over there. Is that a double move, Jace? And are you at range of the cart?
No.
Not at range of the cart. Okay, just for us to know at home. So it's a double move to a box. Just in behind the tank there. Box, all right. You get arc welder or grappling harpoon. Arc welder. That is the first of the arc welders to even be pulled so far.
Anthony pulled one. He just didn't take it. Here we go.
All shuffled up. There we go.
There we go.
Still got a good crowd in here, a quiet crowd tonight, but that's okay. That's all right. You guys are hanging out with us nonetheless. Good game going on here. All right, Sean Death pointing out that Imperial Terrain has some new forest stuff on there. Go check them out. Like I said, Imperial Terrain, Legion Terrain, all really cool stuff. If you want the physical prints and you want the pre-paints, Legion Terrain is going to be your route. If you're looking for some 3D prints, both will be your route, I guess. So
Box pull.
box pull for Anthony. Anthony has option at Arc Welder and Field Scanner. All right.
Just so I don't get it.
Gonna take the Arc.
I mean, you can use them.
Buy all the things, Striker says. Absolutely. Absolutely. We have some Gamers Grass Tufts represented on all the armies here tonight, so we have that covered off. Of course, you guys can check out all the things. So, and of course, what are we playing on? Deep Cut Studio Gaming Mat for sure. Can't say enough great things about them. They've really helped us out. They've been at this from the get go here for the Friday Night Fights crew. So, all right. I think Anthony pulled a core there.
Yeah.
All right, does have a core pull. He's got the
The
weakened snow. Yep. All right.
Just two men left.
Two Mandel in the leader here. They do have a couple onboard little things here. I think an arc and a fields. No, they have the targeting scopes. I believe that unit pulled. They do have an aim token present. They got that. Off price. All right, so move over there. They do have a steady availability of a steady shot here. Absolutely, absolutely. So, I mean, the LAAT is kind of like a burst of speed for Vader. All right, Anthony probably has a shot coming in here. Just waiting to see what the target's going to be. A lot of heavy cover in the way here between, even though Jace is in light cover, I think almost everything gets through multiple heavy covers here. So, all right. All right. Looks like we got a little bit of a split fire shot here happening. Both are going to be into heavy cover. So Call Me Captain's questioning the non-burst of speed Vader here. Striker's questioning the non-8B1 invasion force choice.
Double tanks. I gotta be able to protect against a lightsaber like this somehow.
All right, so it looks like Anthony's going to just opt to go both shots into the tank here. Does have double aim. So just looking for all the things. Does have scopes here.
You wouldn't have the white.
You have scopes as well, Anthony, I think, in that unit.
Thank you.
So I talk nice to my dice. Anthony, well, swore at his. And the result was he still got one crit. So evidence that both tactics work.
Sorry, that is. Where's
All right.
I still had all four B1s face up.
And I think that's just a pierce wound there.
Yes, it's just
Excuse me.
Yeah, because he has pierce, not lethal, okay? So how do you... Oh, you use precision scopes. Okay, so precision scopes is used.
Bop, bop, bop. All right, wound on the tank. First of many. to go. To go, Anthony. All right. Options. Jace is up.
I'm gonna go with my commander.
All right. Commander pull here. All right. Here we go. The fear. The real fear this turn is going to be the T series advance.
Yeah, right. He's just gonna move and bolster.
Move and bolster. Bolstering up the Magna and the B1s. There we go. So you can see the T series has just crested the back of that tall temple. We got two Magna, a couple B1s to go, three B1s precisely left to go, as well as two Magna. Still have Vader obviously to go. Got a couple snipers at the bottom need to go. Pikes need to go. All right, Anthony does pull a core. All right, so box pull. And the pull is Bacta or targeting rangefinder. That is marksman, correct. All right, taking the treat. Well, you know what? Anthony complained, so I just moved all the Bacta to the top for him.
I mean, I'm not getting the great ones either. Going from the commander.
Mechanized incursion.
To the tank. The tank gets to give an order to a trooper unit range 1.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I'm pulling all the supply drops tonight so that both players have a mutual person to complain about in the form of me randomly pulling cards out of a shuffled deck each round. Not only am I the commentator for tonight, solo, also punching bag. Got it. I'll be the therapist after the game as well. All right, little light cover shot coming in here to I think it's the red B1s.
It would probably still be heavy because you're not in base contact with the cards. You're in base contact with the terrain. Because the cards
I did not have any double crit dice. That was not me. That was definitely not me. All right.
That's two more than I wanted to see, Anthony. But look at these saves. I'll spend their surge that I just gave them.
All right, there we go. So we're only going to remove one there. So
Goodbye. And a suppression.
I totally agree, Striker. Yeah, I will be responsible for all things bad in this game.
Okay. So what do you got left? Pikes. Two strike teams.
It's fine. I've accepted the rule.
Yeah, the standby.
All right, Jace trying to eyeball up what he's going to go with here. I believe he still has three B1s to go and one Magna. Or two Magna, sorry. Three heals left for Jace. Anthony still has two strike teams and a pike to go. He's got an arc welder as well. Vader still has to go. Anthony's just down to one more core left to go in the form of the pikes. All right, back Magna going here. All right, back Magna. There it is. And that is in fact at range 1 of the payload. All right, so I'll give Jace 3 units currently on payload. It's a box, I think, Jace.
Yeah. Pardon? Yes, I am pulling the box.
Okay, box it is.
That's the unit.
You have a Bacta and targeting rangefinder.
Bacta and targeting. What's targeting rangefinder?
Marksman.
That's marksman.
Yeah.
Give me the Bacta.
Backed up. All right. So Anthony pulls Arc Welder, so Jace can't get it, and Jace pulls Bacta, so Anthony can.
Yeah, no, but this is way more better for Vader than it is for
All right, the supplies are starting to run out, folks.
Yeah, I'll just put this in the corner because I'll never use it.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair. It's fine. But Anthony won't use it either. So there's that. There's a lot of supplies pulled in this game, which is good. When I play, I just forget those boxes are out there and don't even bother with them. So, evidence to prove. Go find the episodes. All right, so that'll be a special forces pull there. Jace, what tokens are on your magnets that just moved up?
2 surges and a dodge.
Okay, I just can't see them from this angle. That's cool.
Saber, aim, standby.
Can you, Jace? Can you just move them around this side of your unit leader, out from behind the foot? The magnets. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That just from this angle, then we can see them. Yeah, perfect. Right there. Awesome. Thank you. No damage done there, Anthony? Oh, aim standby for the strike team. Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. There we go. Yep, I got it. You're good. Core pull. All right, looks like Jace is going to do some more skirting up of the yellow squad here. Heal on the tank.
Yep.
Okay. 2 heals.
Both on this unit. Plus an arc welder.
Yeah. The arc welder's on who, Jace? Just so we know.
This
Oh, the unit on the other side of the tank. Roger that. Okay.
Yes, all the heals you can get are.
All right. So small interrupt here. LAAT shooting into, I think, red squad in the woods. Does have an aim. Needs the aim. Goes to doesn't surge.
Right, shells.
Oh yeah, it has critical though from the shells. So we'll go to 5.
Blocks, boys.
Uh, did you hit with all the dice? Was it all hits?
All but one.
All but one, and you added light cover for the woods. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
he threw 7 dice.
yep, hit 6, got 5. Okay, perfect. All right, so all but leader takes another suppression. Jace will have to save activation or have it die. He's going to move to range 1 of the cart here on action 2. There we go. Tucking up behind. That'll give Jace at present, I believe, 4 units on the cart. To Anthony's 2. Where did your other aggressive tactic stuff go, Jace?
Both tanks, both Magna.
Both Magna, both tanks. Roger that. So
Because everything but the commander had an order, so I gave it to those four.
yeah, that was a good shot by the LAAT for sure, striker. Yep.
Yeah, I wish my LAAT shot like that. I played with LAAT twice, and it just whiffs every time. That no surge on it, like just the one crit.
Well, I know, like
You
the
can-
last shot.
Right, the last shot.
Last
You
shot
open
I
three
did
surges, and it's like
one hit through.
cool. Oh, it wasn't even one. It was one hit total.
No, my
They
LAAT's
covered
worse.
that.
No, my LAAT's worse. This is a conversation breaking out the table. I like it. I like it.
No, we're just talking about how much the last shooting is just trash in general.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, no, my LAAT's worse.
I think the LAAT in general is just worse. So it has to be the.
All right. So a last pull here by Anthony was core. In fact, that is his pikes at the back here. So he should have his special forces left to go as well as the Vader. So Anthony holding on Vader till the bitter end. Jay's trying to equally hold on some of his units as well. Not sure if pikes have visibility. I think Anthony's measuring range here. I don't know where they have to crest out to get to see. It's a little bit on the taller side there. So units are, I think, at present where Anthony is, he's fully hidden, and then as he moves down, I think he's able to come out behind the model here. Get a shot here of the players in the lists again. If you're just joining us late or coming in for your first time, we are in round 3 currently. No points. 45 minutes left on the clock. Pikes are sliding out here.
Oh, you're going for the Magna. Well, you also have to remember your leader's not the one touching the terrain piece.
Oh, oops.
Which also wouldn't let you string the last set behind it. He's right here. You had him second. I thought you were just doing it. Now you gotta move the guy. Yeah, now you should be. No, I think my base. Oh,
The front base is
I was
covered, but the last two.
I was looking at the wrong Magna. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm far enough away that you can see two out there.
All right, so got to eye up a shot here. I think this is a single aim, maybe. I'm not sure if there is 2 aims there or not.
The 2 aims are on the sniper.
Okay.
These guys have a single aim.
Are we still over the leg, or is it heavy cover, or what is the cover situation?
You can see 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
Clear.
Okay. We're shooting into the 3-man Magna, right? Okay.
Actually,
All right. Gonna do a standby there instead. Okay.
So what do you got left? Strike team invader?
Okay, so Anthony going for the standby there on the pikes. They do have an aim, 2 dodges, and now a standby. He's got a standby on the strike team that's just slightly ahead of them. And I think that is all the standbys he has up currently. Has a strike team left to go at the back, and Jace has Magna and B1 squad at the very back left to go. That is the one with 2 heals still on board. And Jace has a token with the unit engaged with Vader. It's just hard to see because it's just slightly to the left there, right where Anthony's hand is actually. So that is Jace's unit. Looks like both Magna are out of range of the pike standby. From height here. Not the official measure, but Let us know if you're still in chat. If you've been here from the start, I'd be interested to see if your predictions are holding true. If you got any things to add. All right, first action on the unit with engaged with Vader is dodge. All right, so Vader going to add in Fear and Deadman dodge there and an Into the Fray surge. All right, so we do have a swing coming in here from the 2 Magnus still engaged there. Jason on his way to another victory, Bernard says. He's still checking in. Welcome, Bernard. Welcome back, Bernard, to the chat. I'm still here, says Jake. I'm just applying for some jobs now. Okay, fair enough. Since he cleaned up his area, aka studio, aka his closet. All right, that looked like a save by Vader there. Why does Vader have to be so mean? All right, Anthony contemplating what he's going to do.
I will get the last act.
Anthony has. All right, fair enough. Bernard's building my units from my favorite faction, which is awesome. Keep doing it. Late on the East Coast, but Bernard's sticking with it. He's got to see his boy Jace through to the bitter end here. Bernard, longtime Friday Night Fights viewer. We got lots of viewers in here, actually, for long-time viewers, so. Jim's just waiting for Vader to do his thing. All right, Striker's not on the droid train, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll bring him around, Bernard. He'll get there. All right, that was a strike team taking out that single B1. All right, so now that will, in fact, grant Anthony last activation here. Let's go to the activation board while Jace is doing his thing over there. We have now lost. That was a PK droid. He killed Jace?
Yes.
Okay, one of the PK droids are down.
I got all the heals off.
He did. All right, so we are now down to 8-8, I believe, on the activation count on the big board. Anthony is down 1 Pike unit and down 1 T-21 unit. He's got a couple snowtroopers left in the Delmico squad. Well, Delmico and a stormtrooper, I should say, or snowtrooper. Strike teams are looking good. Tanks are looking good. Vader's looking good. 1 Magna off the table, 1 at 1 health. Jace has a couple heals left and just moved up his last of his PKs here. Or last of a PK unit, I should say. Jace is looking pretty good and poised to push his cart. Anthony is looking all right to push his as well. So they will probably cross paths here and be a lot of smashy here as both players will probably be within 2 off this one. Anthony may actually get within 1 depending on where it all happens and where the cards finalize here. So but then Anthony's is going to be deeply buried into droid territory, and likewise, Jace is going to be deeply buried into the Empire territory. But he's got potential to do some shifting. Jace may get a little bit stalled out in 4, but depending on how much he can clear out and push, likewise with Anthony, one player may get stalled out for multiple turns here. So it's always the case with payload. This is what makes the mission so interesting and fun. Everything can be going according to plan until it doesn't. So
there's a lot of open ground to cover with B1s. So I'm trying.
Oh,
I will point out that the players are both identifying the table as open, of which I have a slight problem with. But anyway,
Oh, it makes it fun. My tanks get to shoot everything.
I don't know if
Okay,
it's
so first,
open, but okay.
Just this section where it's like I got some light cover.
Oh, you mean just the section that you like?
Just the section that I had to push all the B1s. I wanted an X-wing piece.
Oh, fair enough.
Yes.
If only one small piece of terrain was moved on this table, it would have been excellent. But instead, we'll settle for lackluster. Striker, they're picking on me again. All right, so I think that was a push. All right, now I can just imagine Vader here. He's just pushing and pulling and dragging Magna Guard all over. They're getting ragdolled right now. All you hear is vibro staffs just zinging through the night and flurry of snowflakes, and that's an aggressive force push.
You don't want to put him in base because you can't.
force push. So that'll trigger all these standbys.
All the standbys getting triggered here. Yeah, he still gets heavy.
Basically, if you want to trigger it, you're going to keep him heavy.
Yeah, because that guy was still in heavy cover, so there's no way for me to avoid him.
Yeah, there's no way for it to be heavy.
All right, as I said, here's Magnus getting ragdolled again. So,
Okay, we'll start with these dudes.
Okay.
all right, so we have the pikes going off first. Big pike roll coming in here. Single aim, heavy cover. Ugh, rank. One. Yikes. Yep. Okay. That is a 0-0 save required pike shot. All right.
I'm loving this phase.
And by the way, run out and purchase your Legion now and the Essentials kit because you'll need new dice immediately. All right. This is a high velocity shot coming in. Ugh. Nothing and nothing. 2 suppression on those pike.
They live.
Or on those Magna Guard, sorry. Okay. Jace immediately pointing out how open the table is. Anthony hating all the heavy cover that just also occurred on the same table.
The one piece of leg.
Unreal. Unreal.
Anything else good, sir?
Yeah, Vader's still got overaction, so
No, he doesn't need to do anything.
he's going to recover.
Okay.
He's going to force choke.
Okay.
Another, all right. What the pikes failed to do, Vader's like, forget this, I got this. Crush your throat.
Yeah, yes.
Gotcha.
So he gets both back.
So was that a choke, then recover?
No.
Recover.
Choke
Choke
was
first.
So recovered, choke. So he's got
Recover, choke,
So
gotcha.
now recover got me forced back.
Yeah.
And then master of the force will just bring them both back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. No, I'm tracking.
Okay.
And
And
then
then into this.
Just set it out of order, but really he was recovering, getting choked back, and then Master of the Force, he'll have both back. So both push and choke available for next turn.
I did not do it with you.
Oh, you didn't?
No, you saved it.
This is the swing into a single Magna.
Yes.
Okay, swing into single Magna. Hits for 5. There's no dodges left. This Magna needs to... No, unfortunately does not. Boom, boom, boom. And goes down.
Lost the Magna unit.
Magna down. Jace will still push here.
I will. We both. That's the end of the turn.
Yep.
And we will both.
I'll let folks push. We'll do that. Awesome. I'm going to jump back into the booth.
That is so not what needed.
I am very happy with this turn.
I'd be very happy with that turn events too. All those
Okay.
games, I just blanked out everything.
Who's the arc welder on?
One person's happy, one person's not happy. I'll let chat decide, and they can figure that out. Chat, maybe you're happy. I'm not sure. Maybe you're unhappy. I'm not sure who you're all rooting for, but nonetheless, we are preparing to go into turn 4. I'll let players.
Oh no! What will I ever do?
Will you guys measure and tell me who's scoring, and then I can update that as well?
Yeah.
Are you both scoring the same points though, or is one of you within one?
Anthony still has to move his cart, and then he will measure for you.
Jace, you are scoring 1.
I'm scoring 1 because I am in range 2.
Anthony might be scoring 2 here.
No, I'm still just scoring.
You are within 1, or
No, I'm outside.
outside of 1. Okay. All right, so Anthony is scoring 1. Jace is scoring 1 as well. Turn 4, 30 minutes on the clock. But like I said, well, there's lots going on here, so we won't rush players. They can finish out the game. Thanks for hanging with us, the 20 folks that we still got in the booth, which is fantastic. Having a great game here tonight. Players are giving me the cards. Oh, yeah, that one looks good. Yeah. All right, that one looks good. Awesome. I'm not going to hold you up except to tell you who's going to bring us turn 4. Turn 4 is going to be brought to us by our good friend Bryant from Phoenix Games in Australia. Go check Bryant out. Haven't seen Bryant in a while either. Where's our Friday Night Fights crew at? Everyone's got things going on. So we're still here, though. Anthony, Jace, and myself bringing you guys games weekly. If not missing one here or there, we try not to. But we're having fun tonight. So nonetheless, we thank Bryant and all the folks that have helped us out. We wouldn't have got to episode 69 without their help. So here we go, jumping over to the command hand. And command hand for this round is going to be AI coordination. And it's going to be a little bit of an implacable turn for Anthony. So we do have a roll off here. And we'll make those go small. There we go. So Jace has now played 2 1-pips. Anthony's playing his first 1-pip. Anthony's rolling. Anthony is going to get priority here. Whether he wanted it or not, he has it. And I'm going to go to the activation big board here because I do need to minus 1 unit of Magna off the table. There we go. Jace is down to 7. Anthony's down to 8. And we are ready for the turn here. All right, you guys can see where the cart is. The cart's right up there behind where Vader was, or is, I should say. There's Vader right there choking out a little bit of a fleet trooper. If you guys haven't seen that model before, it's a pretty fun one. We got the Magnus hanging out, so that's a full Magnus squad. So Anthony was able to kill 1 Magnus squad dead and toast. Jace's cart is on top of the AT-AT, ready to push onto that rock that's just there under the dice app, and Anthony's got to push to this leg right beside where that tank is. So there is a possibility here that we might see some blocking or some other tomfoolery or shenanigans about to ensue here. Vader does have implacable out this turn, so we could see, as long as Vader lives through the turn, we could see a couple Vader activations. So be an interesting turn. Stay tuned. Anthony is contemplating what is up.
So no units have been damaged in either of those, right?
I've lost 1 out of green. Green has lost 1
Do. Choices to be made. Anthony's gone into the think tank here. He's using his phone a friend, his lifeline, his 50-50. He's using all of them right now. Yeah, a free standby on the AAT. Very good value.
What's Vader doing?
Very good value. 3 AAT shots in a turn seems real good. Nope. I'm not sure who hit what on the way through, but now my iTunes is trying to activate here. There we go. All right. Vader moving over to touch the tank and bringing the fleet trooper that he's choking with him. Would 2 FD cannons on dynamic exit be too much? I haven't played it, so I really probably can't tell you. 2 FD cannons seems good most times. Oh yeah, there you're gonna need to look. But if you just if you're curious, just mark the front of it and just lift it up. You can just see it real easy. Like just lift up the base. You can. Yeah, you gotta be pretty deep to get. That could be a thing too. I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't played the dynamic exit, so I don't know what's banned and not allowed and what is. And I know that we have some mall alt arts here though. That's for sure. Got some dynamic exit scenarios, cards, and upgrades and malls to give away. All right, triggering a standby.
Well, I could use the anti-personnel lasers. Pew pew.
I mean,
Yep, go into these guys.
Yep, exactly.
all right. I think this is a shot coming into the Delmico snows here.
2 hits, 2 crits. 2 crits. Kills Del.
No, Del doesn't have a wound. You killed 3. The other 3 models.
Yeah. Oh, Del's 2 wounds?
Yeah, Del's 2.
Yeah, he's 2.
Is he? I thought only Gideon was 2. Nice. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Why did you just shoot the 4 though, Jace?
I don't have shells up.
Aren't you Arsenal 2 though, or
I didn't have shells. Oh, yes, I do have
you just
disposable.
you would add your
I have
other
3 black.
you add your anti personnel
Anti-personnel.
that you just said were no good.
I will not spend the aim on that.
I was just gonna say you can add both though
Yeah,
to that. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I completely forgot I was actually in anti-personnel laser range.
Right. Okay, he's going to take this swing into the tank.
Okay.
All right, this is a swing into the front of the tank here by Vader. That tank is fully healed, I believe.
What's your impact?
Is impact 3, I believe.
3 pierce 3. Okay. So I take 3.
He just takes 3 damage. The first of many.
And then anything else from Vader? I still have another action. Yeah. You sure you want to use it? I don't think you need it.
I'll move here so you guys can see what's kind of going on. It's a little bit cluttered. So Vader has just moved here to the north side of the tank, and he's just trying to figure out what he's going to do here. Vader is on the implacable turn here, so can take a wound at the end of this first activation to then go back in the bag. Having a look here, he does choke out the repair bot, so that was 2 heals on the repair bot that will not be getting used unless he arc welders back the PK. And then presumably when Vader goes back in the bag, he will have tenacity triggered on the Vader. And it looks like Vader has then subsequently moved into try to find the full and best art angle here for you guys. All right, so push going back. Vader taking a wound potentially here. Yeah, Sam, it's looking, I mean, it's looking interesting. There we go. We are turn 4 here. It's 1-1 on payload. Um, Jace playing CIS is down 2 activations here. He's down a Magna Guard as well as a B1. Anthony playing Empire is down 2x as well. He's down a T21 Storm. He's down a full Pike unit. He has a Stormtrooper unit on 2. He's got a couple strike teams fully fully healthy. Another full Pike unit, another T21 unit, and a LAAT. And Vader now with just 1 wound from Implacable, so feeling pretty good. Um, most of the B1s are fully healthy here. We got a full Magna Guard. Vader's just insulated himself with some B1s. One tank has 3 wounds on it. Both tanks have still yet to go this round. Standby was triggered off the AI coordinate card played this round. And like I said, it's implacable for Vader. So Vader is now back in the bag. Vader having completed his first activation. Carts you can see right there on your screen. The one that's facing, I'd say, more north-south is heading towards this this AT-AT leg here at the bottom of the screen. And the one that is facing more east-west or west-east, whichever way you're looking at it, is heading towards this rock that is just on the left side of the screen there. So Jace has now just pulled his Magna Guard. And we're going to see what they're going to do. It looks like they're probably going to try to re-engage with this cart or get somewhere near it to get some pushing going on here. So maybe in a potential position to both straddle both carts or perhaps not. Looks like Jace is maybe opting to just go there and... All right, looks like he's going to try to get these snow troopers here. So because Anthony's got his cart blocked up quite nicely here in the form of Jace's, but he's a little shy of bodies pushing his own. Does have the LAAT that potentially can still swing down there. 3 black, 3 white is correct. Does come through there with 1 crit. Dell is sitting on 1 wound, so if he does not save this, Dell will drop. And Dell saves it. Takes a second suppression. Magnus complete. What was the retinue on those, Jace? They weren't in range. Okay, yeah. So I just got a surge token there. All right, Anthony pulls a strike team. Hop up here. Likely a shot into the Magna Guard coming. Range 1 of the cart wants to get that block off. Okay, shot coming in the Magna Guard. No cover here. That'll be 1. Magna Guard will take the wound. All right, Jace going for a pull here. It does have both tanks still available here, so. All right, does pull a tank. That will be the back one. The other one has an order, so. All right, so we have a barrage coming in here. Not sure if he's going to go to the... All right, so barrage shot coming into the pikes. That'll be for 1 crit. Pike goes down. Suppression and second shot coming in here for none. Yeah, they have not been great.
Just a second suppression. Here we go.
Shells back up. Only turn 4. Still got lots of turns left here for shooting. Yep, strike team choice here. Aim, shoot, Magna. Be a heavy. Is it heavy or is it light there? Or heavy or no cover, I mean.
It's no cover.
Kill the Magna. Now it should have heavy cover from future shots. All right, pulling. Core pull. All right, and from the box as well. Targeting rangefinder or field scanner. Dodge field scanner it is. Arc welder. Healing the PK likely. All right, one. Yeah, one heal for 2. It's a good trade. I do that with PKs all the time.
And then their actual actions.
And I think by definition, you should be able to use the PK that turn as well, too, right? Because I'm not sure what arc welder reads, but good little play there. Move to range of Anthony's cart. Do some coherence shenanigans. Probably going to see a shot here because Jace is not double moving. Not sure what other token do they have up there, Jace? What other card?
What other card?
Yeah.
The field scanner they just
pulled. Okay, gotcha. All right, shot, just a third suppression.
I have yet to get a crit on 41 shots
Roll
now.
more. Yeah. Is that 2 or 3 on the snows? 3. Okay, cool. Thought there was 3 there.
Yeah, Magna, them,
and tank, yeah. You bet.
Here we go, Anthony.
You did, oh yes. That wasn't the unit that brought their own PK back though, right? Okay.
They brought a different unit.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the one that hasn't gone yet. So
that was the naked unit. They don't have a PK.
Okay, roger that.
So both tanks have gone?
Nope, this tank is not gone.
Standby one, Anthony.
Standby.
Yeah.
From the command card. Because that command card is amazing.
All right, Anthony going for a pull here. All right, a core pull for Anthony on the Imperial side. Let's have a look at the activations so you guys know it's still 7 to 8. Jace had the early advantage there, taking off 2, bringing it close, and then Anthony did get the Magna off in the last turn. All right, so this will be the T21 squad here. All right, back a Delmico wound here. And then looks like T21s are going to shoot.
Remove the trees.
What's he shooting into, Jace? A 3-man B1?
It's a 4-man.
4-man
3
B1?
guys and a PK. The
Okay.
one that I just brought the PK back.
Okay.
Can you check? I need one on my glasses.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, why am I making you check that? Part of his base is covered.
But is it just the center I need to get to, right?
But center to center goes over the terrain piece. So as long as any part of the model is covered, and because center to center goes over the terrain piece, it's heavy cover. Because I've got 2 guys behind it. Because there's him, and then there's a guy back here, which is definitely covered.
Yeah, for sure.
So, because that'd be 2 in heavy, and then 2 in light.
All right, so decided heavy cover shot here. T-21 shooting in. I don't know if they. I don't know if they have any special shenanigans over there. I think that's a field scanner they have too. Yeah, they don't have anything for offensive. So T-21 shot plus full storms. It's gonna be
You won't get critical
crit 2, so it'll be 3 crits. Doesn't matter. No, just 3 crits, which is good. Not enough to kill the unit. They do block 1, so they will look. Oh wow, they'll block 2 actually. Yep, just a dude. Awesome. That trained. That played it well there for Jace.
Oh, they don't rally.
Don't rally.
They will free action heal the tank.
Free action heal the tank. Interesting choice not to go with the Magna.
Magna went already.
Not to heal the Magna.
Oh. I want to make sure the tank works.
So Jace opting to use one of the 2 heals remaining. So now down to 1 heal. Tank is on 2 damage. That's it. Donnie's still rooting for the Empire here. Bernard, he's probably still rooting for CIS. The rest of you 21 folks hanging out in chat, no idea. All right, so that is a shift. Shifting up, taking a dodge. Okay. Jay's opting for the turn 5-6 play here. 4 is too dangerous. This is 4. All right, Anthony did pull the LAAT here. The LAAT's just done a whole heck of a lot of just sitting there, so it gets forgotten. Looks like Anthony's just going to line up a shot here.
Last turn you killed 1. So there's only 3 left. Yes. Yeah, there's 3 models left total. Because I had a surge, a block, and a blank, and I expended a surge.
Okay, call me captain. Still loving the AATs. Not gonna lie to you, if I was playing this game, I think I would have strafed both my tanks and sat on top of that leg and just denied the touch ever.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Well, this is gonna be fun. Probably pull that model off Anthony to balance. There we go. All right, Anthony moving up. Not sure what he's eyeballing, but whatever it is, I'm sure he can see it. I'm sure he can see everything in the open. He's 100 feet above them now. Does he have the dice? Shell's shot last turn. All right, so he's all about the dice right here. Yeah, Price is going to do Price things, as every good governor would do.
Transporting or ever into it. Unfortunately. 4-1.
Doesn't surge.
I will dodge it.
Wow, this LAAT's been fantastic.
It's killed a total of like 2 battle droids.
It's definitely got its points worth.
Oh man, this LAAT is working overtime. Okay, what do you got left then? Pikes, Commander, Vader.
Pikes Commander Vader. All right. What do you have left, Jace? And shells are up for that tank on the bottom as well.
No, they are not.
You you shot them in the standby?
Nope, I didn't have them up. It's at the end of your activation. A standby isn't an activation, so you don't get them up at the end of a standby. Just spent a standby. Unfortunate, but the truth.
So just looking at the payloads currently, hard to tell with the LAAT base, but I would guess that Anthony probably is sitting with 3 on his in the form of Snows, T21, and LAAT. Jace is likely sitting, I think he measured for the Magna, so I think he's also sitting with 3 on. Hard to tell with the AAT, but he might be sitting with 3 as well on Anthony's. So Jace is probably going to want to move onto that at least with 1 more, forcing the pikes out. The backstrike team can't move. Doing so, he might be able to. He also has an option to potentially just shoot and kill storm snowtroopers. If he does that, also removes 1 there. Don't think he has potential to push his own this round. He is going to go with the tank, so we'll find out what he's going to do with that right now. All right, I think he's going to barrage the snows down to 2 because they're in heavy cover. They do have 3 wounds on board, though, because of the heal. So Delmico takes another wound there. Does go to 4. Jace, are you currently at range 1 of his cart with the tank?
No.
Okay. Okay. So that answers that question. All right, so knowing you're going to do the move there, Jace should have probably opted to spend the aim token on the shot.
Yeah, I was just. You've seen my red roll so many blanks. I'm not optimistic about the red attack.
So he's going to move there to create a little bit of a dilemma for a block. He might cause the cart to have a little bit of an issue. Because it's 6 inches wide, the cart will not be able to go straight, so it will have to angle. He does pull Vader again here. Jace, what do you still have left to go there? 1B1?
1B1 in my T series.
And a T series, okay. Anthony has Pikes, Snows, and Vader.
And Officer.
Oh, and Officer, right. The Officer's tucked in at the top there.
Yeah, he's got an extra because Vader gets to go in twice.
Yeah. Lots to be done still. Turn 4. That's what it's looking like right there. Got a bit of a parking lot here. Jace has got the T series at the back that still needs to push its way up, and he's got the 1B1 unit.
This unit is down to 5. This one's still full. Yep, this one's at 7. 5. 4 health on the Magna, and then
3 there.
what'd you pull? Oh, you did. Yeah, you would have got 1, 2, 3 surges. So you're at 5 surges.
All right, so Anthony is going to figure out what he's going to do with Vader here. push a unit. Looks like he's going to push them back. I think this is the unit that hasn't gone yet.
Correct.
He's going to push the unengaged or the non-activated unit from engagement out of engagement. He's going to charge into a 5-man unit. I think Vader's got to roll off a suppression as well.
Yes, he has a single I can go here like this. So once you kill a guy, it'll pull me back. But as for now, I can do this, and there's no space to fit the commander. You don't keep it, which is 5, and now you attack.
Tenacity, yeah. Hits for 4 plus the surge, probably for 5. 5-3.
Cool. Give me a lot, boys.
Not enough. Will kill the unit.
And I will Master of the Force push.
Okay, so choke is still down.
Choke is still down.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I'll Master of the Force choke.
Okay. Oh, so you've got your officer, pikes, and those.
Sorry, change that. Push.
Push. Okay.
All right. Pushes back up.
Push, choke.
That is what you call analysis paralysis.
Yep. 1 move, 2 move, get on to the box.
When you say box, you mean payload?
Payload.
Okay.
Yep, here we go. 3-2 right now, actually. You've only got 2 in range of your.
I think this.
2, 3.
Oh, you have the LAAT.
Yeah, the LAAT.
I literally, for some reason, it's not painted, so I don't see it. It doesn't exist.
So what do you have left?
Just my T series.
Just T series. Okay. So we both have 3 here.
Yep.
And this one. Okay. Okay. So we'll go
404 errors just inside Vader's helmet right now. All right. 4 suppression to roll off. Can they do it?
Actually, I'm going to go with these.
Never mind.
Well, either way, either roll is going to be to run, so I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
All right.
Going with the snows.
Back to the snows here. Don't worry, Anthony's not having a seizure. Rolls off 2.
Dude rolls so many suppression off.
Alright, so they don't run. So
They don't run.
I'm okay.
But they get 1 action.
One action.
Yep. It was going to be bad either way.
I guess since I now have those guys in the open, I'm going to shoot your droids back there.
Which droids? Okay.
All right. So we're going to snow shoot heavy cover. What are we at for cover? Yeah.
Touch the payload and now shoot me in the open.
All right. All right. Oh.
There we go. We got it.
It's a good thing the position of the payload is not pivotal in this game. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Well, we knew it was just out of 1 anyway, so yeah. Although it probably, I don't think it could fit through the tank anyway, so. It can if it can fit all the way through it, but it can't, mathematically can't.
Yeah, well, I placed my tank back thinking your payload was there because of that problem. So my tank's movement actually happened here. The whole point was to block it. To make it go like around.
Right. It will still
Yeah,
go
so
in,
it
right?
will, but it'll just have to go over there.
Right. Okay. Shoot into those guys
Oh, I've judged long ago, Striker. Been judging the whole time.
Okay. My T series. Oh, this is the problem I need with the list. Is just I can't. The mega are dealing with Vader very well. Okay.
We got a T series, I think, going here, or maybe a B1.
And it's
No, T series, yeah, because the B1s have gone here.
Move. Dodge.
Move dodge for the T series. All right, all finished, and I think pikes and the commander. I think are left to go for Anthony.
Which one do you pull first?
Yeah, well, probably the pikes, because every time I get the commander, last pull of the bag.
It's the pikes.
Yeah.
All right,
Rally roll.
all right. Rally time for the pikes. They have 2 suppression currently.
They shouldn't even waste 8 points on Binox, because I never get to do that.
Do roll off 1. Pikes are good. Yeah, they don't panic.
For me to panic. That's 4 times he should.
But I don't
I had
get
a chance to have a unit panic.
I could shoot, but I won't get to. Well, I guess I could. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really disappointed. I could not kill anything this turn. That was
What are you trying to shoot?
I think your pikes just got bumped back because they were in line.
Shooting Magna Guard.
Well, no, I'm going to shoot that.
Well, so is the payload.
Oh, and the payload.
Yep. It's heavy cover no matter what. Same as before.
We're going to go into that. Actually, what do the pikes have? Or the Magnus have?
All right, this is what the parking lot's currently looking like here. Anthony's trying to figure out what his pikes can shoot. He's trying to shoot into either B1s here or Magna Guard. You guys are curious about command cards played here. We have 2 1 pips played, 2 2 pips, and a 3 pip. So Anthony's still got a 1 pip available. Jace has got 2s and a couple 3s. So nothing, no harm, no foul there. Anthony's got a commander. Binocs are going to be no good. He's going to strip an inspire, strip expressions via inspire off the snows. He's going to do a little end around hook here. All right, so we're going to go for card pushing. I believe that is going to end the round. And 4, Anthony, I believe, is the only one doing any pushing here. And even though they're out of time, we're going to extend them. Say we're out of time a while ago, but we'll just let that happen. He's going to go to the front here. So Anthony's going to probably be able to, if he can push, he'll touch and get max points on turn 5. Jace is going to need probably both turns.
Yeah.
Unless he can get a push and a stop and then a push. Or points. If they cannot touch. So I think that puts Anthony on 2 points. So we'll update the Empire to be reading 2. There we go. And I'm going to jump back in the booth while players do all the sweeping because, you know, it's easier to look at me than that. There we go. All right, so 2-1 on the books right now. Supply drop. It's running low. There's not many supplies left at all. Boys are giving me the cards. I see this one. do have a turn 5 drop that we need to do for our next sponsor. I want to thank Sean Death for the donation tonight to the Train Studio 2019 at gmail.com. Appreciate that. It gets us closer to that goal, and always appreciate the donators. You guys are donating, though, just your time alone watching with us. All right, I see that one. Players are ready. Let me do the drop in between here. So turn 5. Turn 5 is going to be brought to you by our affiliate podcast, Dice Time. Go give them a listen. I know they had a new drop. I think there's some in the queue. Bryant is getting those uploaded, and if he doesn't have up by the weekend, because I think there was some sort of error in getting them up, I will see what I can do about that tomorrow. So go give those guys a listen. You can listen to them the audio version, and or you can go through the Terrain Studio channel, and you can listen to Ben and Paul talk a little bit about Legion, give it a little different take and a little different spin on that. So yeah, go give them a listen. It's worth the time. So all right, guys, let me get rid of that. Let's jump into the command cards. Command cards are as follows. Jay says, I'm going to be pushing you around, and Vader says, not so fast, because I'm going to be playing some Vader's Might here. So we got a Vader's Might being played, and that's going to be a free action. Choose a non-heavy at range 1. Place that unit on the battlefield within range 1 and height 1 of its current position. If it's an enemy unit, roll 1 die for each. It's defense dice, and then each mini in that unit will then suffer a wound for the blocks and the surges that they roll. So could be bad, could be good, depending on who's rolling the dice and what dice results there are. And then Jace is going to go for just a turn 5 push play here for just a little bit of control, likely in the form of the vehicles. So, all right, let me make those go small versions. There we go. There we go. So Jace's got a couple 3 pips left on board, and Anthony, of course, has the 3 or the standing orders left to go. All right, jump in the overhead cam. Let's see where the tokens are out. I see both tanks ordered up here. I see the T-Series, which likely means a direct went off. And so Jace probably has no bag this round.
T-Series is technically the bag.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So it's not out, it's bag, but fair enough. End result's the same. We got we got a Vader issue here.
You cannot move a heavy.
Cannot, non-heavy, non-heavy. Literally the only thing you can't do.
Yeah, it specifically says
non-heavy.
Yeah, choose a non-heavy.
That would be too good.
That would be too good.
Well, then I am not going.
All right. So, all right. No, you can't do it. Skip leg day, Anthony. That's why he can't do it. If he wouldn't have skipped leg day, he could have moved the AAT, but because he did, nope. He's working on bicep curls right now with that fleet trooper that he's choking out. So it's not a leg day. All right. So Anthony does pull a core. There it is. It's not too late to change who you're rooting for, folks, here. So let us know if you guys are still in chat. Still backing your horse, or you jumping ship here. So, all right, I see a snow trooper move here. All right, pulled the core. So here he goes. Delmico and snow trooper running up. Saying, where are you at? All right, steady shot into. You said these guys, but I don't know who those guys are. But the 2-man unit. All right. It will be a decent shot here. I don't think they have any cover.
Oh, there you go.
Looks like 2.
And my red can't do that.
No. That's an activation.
This is where I thought I was going to lose the game. I was probably too many activations in the end.
Jace, was that naked B1s?
No, that was another repair.
So you have how many B1 units left? How many B1s left? One. And the naked or PK?
No, they got a PK. They got an M.
Okay. All right. So Jace will be down to the 5 activations. Anthony will still sitting on 8. Jace wasn't able to get any off, but this might be the turn. All right, so it looks like Anthony was just doing a little peekaboo there, a little move forward, steady shot, then move back. almost to the same position for Dell. Little different location for the Stormtrooper. Get a little cover back there. Flip those over. They are done. That's kind of game state there. Ace is going to try to make decisions. See if the dice will cooperate. Magna Guard. Okay, cool. Thank you. Magna Guard are going to go. Jump into the overhead here. All right, yeah, there we go. I like this play. Gonna go on the backside of Dell here. Yep, nice. All right. There you go. It's a good position there for the Magna Guard. Even if he doesn't kill out here, there's 2 wounds left here. Oh, they do die. Does leave them open to be shot. But it also takes an activation off the table and puts Jason in position to contest both. There's a couple weak activations left on both sides here in the form of strike teams. I mean, they were just weak from the get-go. And then Jace's got, obviously, the B1s flapping out here. T-Series can be vulnerable for sure. Tanks are both looking pretty good. Vader's still on the table. Vader can't kill a tank this round, but he can definitely kill another activation in the form of really anything. Any other activation I think he can get to, no problem. He's going to Vader's Might the B1s here. Chuck them within a... range 1 and height 1. Throw them on top of the LAAT. Yeah. Within, yeah.
You still get me touching the forest, which is all you need to slow me down.
All right, he's going to chuck them over there.
Nope. Yes, 6. There's 6 of them.
6 with the PK. They will suffer 3. Yeah, it's block or... yeah. Yeah. Basically just got Whistling Bird there. Just imagine that times 3 units, folks. It's going to be a thing. I swear. I swear. It's going to feel real bad, too, when you're just picking up Mandalorians like that. All right, then Vader, I think, is going to move and physically touch the back of the tank there. Don't think he's going to be at range there because... no, to the payloads, I mean.
Oh, no. Yeah, Vader's.
Yeah, no, that's what I was... yeah, sorry, I was referring to payloads, yeah. Is going to pull the Magnum back, but that should still have him within Jace's range. Not sure about Anthony's. No matter what, looks like he's going to get him heavy cover there. Anthony's going to have push down again. All right, so Anthony's swinging into Jace with 6. Isn't that 5?
Yes, the 5.
Yeah. Okay.
I will dodge 1.
Yeah, dodge 1 down to 4.
Yep. My guy's out here. So, and they started here. And then I'll spend the surge, but we will lose the second 2.
Yipper. Yeah, it's too good, Whistling Birds. And it doesn't even have to do that every time. It's just the prospect of that being able to be devastating every game. All right. That is Magna still alive and Magna now buried, which probably makes it more protected than it was going to be flapping out there. So um, there's that. It was calculated risk by Anthony. I'm sure he's happy with killing the other Magna, though, for sure. So core pull, not many core left for Jace, but yeah. Single action or?
Double move.
Oh, that was a double move. All right, that was a double move. Okay. Oh, yeah, because it came out of the woods.
Yeah.
Right, that's why it was a short move. Yeah. Yep. All right, so double move there.
Piece has been screwing me over so much, slowing me down.
What's happening now?
It's just been slowing me down so much
That.
because he keeps force pushing me back
Oh,
into it.
gotcha.
So it's just being annoying.
So the previous complaint about it being too open, now not open enough because.
I would like some heavy cover because I can go around it, not be slowed down.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, you literally have 2 mobile heavy cover units in this game, and your cart is your 3rd. Love Legion players.
He's gonna do what he always does.
Whiff fantastically. Does have shells up, I believe. I mean, it does help him get surge conversion when he doesn't have surge, so he's going to go into the. What's the impact on that? On the gun itself? Does it have any impact on it? None at all, eh? Fantastic. Too close.
2 to 4.
Yeah, too close.
Too close for shells. Because you got the high velocity, not the armor piercing.
Yep. All right, gonna fly over. Oh.
Double armor piercing shells for impact 4, critical 2. Yeah, I might have to balance.
All right.
Because that's been so good.
Is it into the tank or the troops? Okay. All right, so main gun into the droids.
There you go, see?
Hits him for 3. Jace needs a save. Jace makes a surge, or he burns a surge. Just the unit leader left, but still a unit.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be much longer. I'm running out of units.
That is the thing. Running out of units. Got 2 tanks left. All the things here. Don't forget about anti-personnel lasers. Just saying.
I know. I got that. It's just it'd be nice. I wish I had found the points for the anti-tank, because then I could still use arsenal.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still 3 black you're adding, right?
Yes, it's not bad. It's just I wish I had 2 shots.
Well, dice pool is the same. It's just you don't have the red.
Yeah, I lose a die though. I'm gonna go with the far tank.
All right, far heavy activation going here. He's going to make a move. All right. Moving on up.
Move on up. And we will shoot. Just gonna shoot Becky.
Shooting this. Oh, shooting an officer. Okay. Tapping shells. There we go. Becky's in heavy cover. Red dice continue to be horrendous. That'll be 4. All right, Becky. What can Becky do? Becky
This guy does
lives.
not make less than 50% white dice. It is insane.
No, my pikes have been failing everything. I made like 1 pike save all game.
You lost the first unit of pikes, and then I hit them
For 1, and I failed. You only got 1 through. It's the heavy cover block because you.
No, I got 2 through. You saved 1, failed 1. Then I got 1 through, and you saved that one because you had danger sense.
Well, you did
The
roll.
other one didn't. No, you got blocked. I only got suppression on the second shot.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But you did roll 3 for 4 on suppression, and then
Yes.
two
That's
for.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right. Basically, statistically, you should have failed one of these rolls and had 1 unit just gone for suppression, which I
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah, the suppression was the problem,
Like,
I
the
think.
whole problem is my.
I only needed to make 1 roll on either of those units, and I did.
Yes, but statistically, when you're rolling that, you should roll a 4 blank out at least one of those times.
No, they only had 2 on them.
Yeah, even then, you shouldn't get a spread. You have the chance of not getting one
And
off.
on the 4, I'm supposed to roll 1 off. Like average is 1 off.
Yes, on the 4. But on the pikes, no. The average is less than 1.
Right.
So there's still a good chance of you not having them. Which means they should not be there, which wouldn't have left the card push.
Right. Right. But also, chances of Becky being in the bottom of the bag every single turn is also probably not that great. Which would have taken 1 off. Okay, whatever.
Also, your red dice save.
Love tableside chat. Just
Your red
saying.
dice save has been super insane.
I got a corporal here.
There hasn't been a below average red dice save.
Well, when
You had 1 double blank.
I failed 3 on when you killed the unit.
Hey, you still get to do both tanks all over again. The LAAT still gets to fail one more time.
Yeah, that's what I said. That was the.
Well, even the when you got 3 shots into those last 2 guys, I failed.
Yeah, but I hit them for 6. Yeah.
The very first time I hit them, not when you killed them.
All right, we got a core, likely a speed 1, depending on the direction we're going. That's a tree.
We're gonna shoot first, attack it.
Yep.
All right, so single shot coming across here. Likely in the open. He's just underneath the back of that tank, so you can see him hanging out right there with the suppression. It's not going to help him though, based on the angle.
Shoot first.
Still got 1 tank to go this round as well. It's the last of the 3 heavies on the table. Yee. All right. He does not have any surge tokens left, I don't think. So I think he's just got to straight up save this. Yo, he wanted to save it. And that
Where'd you
is
get the aim from then?
a lot.
You rerolled. You aim shot.
Yep, he did aim shoot.
I wasn't supposed to aim. I wasn't aiming.
I was wondering. You rerolled and I was
You
like,
you may in fact needed that aim too there. So
the aim
yeah.
didn't even give him the hit.
No.
Didn't give me, I blanked everything.
No. I'm just saying.
I was shoot move, but for some reason.
Oh, you still got 1, 2, 4 units in range of your own.
All right, so we're going to see a strafe to the side, a touch of the terrain. I think I know what's coming here.
This strike team is paired with this guy. Okay, cool. Anti-personnel wave. No, Becky's still in range.
Oh, okay.
So are they.
Yeah, but like I just mean I can't use my main gun against because I could arsenal if Becky was outside of range 1.
Oh, I see.
Main gun's not 2 to 4 though. Main gun's not 2 to 4.
Yeah,
Is it not?
yeah, main gun's too.
Main gun's
Oh, is it?
That's why I hate
That's
those
why
tanks.
that's why you have the anti-personnel
That's
lasers.
remember when I played Michael, I couldn't even use my tanks for half the game.
Yeah, main gun is 2 to 4.
You're at 2 to 4 of both sniper teams there.
I'm at range 1.
All of it.
Except for the pikes. I've got a range 1 of the pikes.
No.
Okay.
So we will arsenal the main gun into the pikes. And then
I don't think the full strafe was nearly necessary there to touch that piece of terrain. I would have definitely left myself at range 2 of those 2 of the strike teams.
It's okay, you'll save 3.
Yeah, it was just an overextend there for the tank there.
And then anti-personnel's into the sniper. They
They don't surge tank. They don't have critical. You have critical on
They
your
do
main gun.
not. I have a surge token, and I have an aim token, and I'll spend the surge for 2.
Yep, 2 into the strike team.
And they don't get cover either.
They don't.
And I can see both of them.
Nope. Yeah, I think Jace, you could have just left yourself outside of 2 and just done the main gun into the other strike team. I don't think you needed to go
Able to see the other guy is my problem, though.
from the top of your tank.
Yeah, like if I'm down flat, I can't see this back guy. I needed the height.
Anyway, end result, he still eliminates the strike team, so got another turn to do the same thing. Let's see here. Let's update that. It's 1 sniper down. There's still a pike sticking around, though. Snows are gone for Delmico.
2 snipers and
So you got 1 sniper, the pikes, and the officer.
suppression you just put on them off.
Okay.
So officer's going to go pull the suppression there. Those 2 dodge tokens belong to the pike. So there's a single strike. Sorry, there's 1 strike team left. It's 2 teams. There's 1 just in behind the officer. There we go. I'll give it that way there. So that is 4 models and 3 activations sitting there. Vader makes 4 activations. Snowtroopers make 5, or Storms make 5. LAAT makes 6. Jace has T-Series, Tank, and Magna for 4. So that's 4 activations left to Jace, or to Anthony 6.
But right now you got all 3 of those guys in range 1 as well.
Just when your guys are measuring that, just make sure you use the base, or
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Nope, I still got my T-Series. Okay, so yeah, you're done.
And what does Anthony have left?
Anthony has to go.
Yeah.
Strike team and a pike.
Oh, strike team and a pike. Pike has no suppression because of the inspire. Yeah. And then the 2 wounds.
And a
2 wounds that are sitting there, those are belong to Becky.
Yes.
Or Bill. Yeah. Bill, I guess, in this case. Yeah, okay.
So he just ran away. Okay. Built my T-Series.
Run, run.
You can see the top of their helmets, but I'm touching the terrain, so screw them.
Yep. I think jumping through ceilings is the dumber rule.
That's also bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Followed closely by the if I fire support, I don't take suppression rally rolls and or poison tokens.
Oh, yeah, but this would have given me cover, right? Because I've been getting.
But I wasn't shooting there.
Well, to the pikes.
That shot wouldn't have went through that.
And I can see them fully over it.
Yeah, you go from the center of the tank base, so you wouldn't have. Yeah, you wouldn't have.
Go for that.
That wouldn't matter for the pikes. For the strike team ahead, yes. For the officer,
That strike team.
if he shot there, yes. Yeah. This is the strike team. Okay. Strike team moves up. Heavy cover down to light. Still gets one through. Pierces. Wound on T series. And nearly the end of the game. One more turn. He's got another activation to go, but
And you just went with that strike team. It was you only have the two left, and then the pike.
all right, single pike. All right, pike moving forward. T series. All right, heavy cover shot. Suppression. Boom. All right.
You push and I don't. Because I could not kill that last pike. Yep. And touch.
So you can't touch anyway.
Yep. I think you could have blocked him from touching this round, Jace.
How?
Not. I think.
The leg's too long.
The leg's too long. Like I can't block the whole leg with my tank.
I think was a play where you could have.
Because if he's here, like where do I put the tank to block the whole thing? Like I go here, and then he just skirts around into here. I cover this spot. Like, you can get the leg's too big.
The leg's too long.
I can't cover it with one tank.
Yeah, I think your play was just to cover the tank, cover that piece with both tanks.
But where do I deploy the other tank to get there? Like,
Both straight beside each other. Just.
I can't get the other one past here though, because of this. There's not enough range to get
even if
the
he
tank past.
Even if he did that, he still would have to push his cart.
Yeah, he could have just done. He could have just done. Well, the whole time he would have been pushing his cart with two tanks.
Right, but I'm talking at this point here, right? Like at this point here, he would have stopped pushing again. Exact same result. Because I was scoring 2, he was scoring 1.
Yeah, I backing this whole thing up. I think your priority was to kill those strike teams.
I wanted to, but I just had no shots on them.
Well, he moved the strike team up to the top there, right?
Yeah, but I still couldn't see the second dude.
Yeah, but just shooting even that guy with your barrage shots, like just putting one barrage shot into the single guy each time to force the save, because that like literally denied him like 10 inches of coverage because he just kept contesting with two real cheap models that you couldn't see the others. Yeah. That was definitely a thing. I think your second tank 2 was just a bit too slow to get up.
Yeah.
I think double moving him to be two bodies with tanks on the payload the whole time would have been.
I was thinking of moving at turn 3, but I was like, I have the shells, and I have a really good shot on the pikes, and then I kill one because he saves 3 out of 4, and I
Yeah.
blank on a red twice.
No, for sure. Like Anthony got super lucky not running away with one squad but that forced you to shoot it instead of having it run. And then the Pikes agreed.
Yeah,
That
but
would
also
be
until the Dell squad died, it was saving really good.
it was it
It was
was
saving
it
very
was
good.
it was saving at
Like
least average.
most of his storm units were saving
Your
good.
B1s did pretty well for saves too.
I not really. I didn't roll that many.
Yeah, I don't
Half the
think
time I killed one.
but
Yeah,
I
that was just you failing to hit.
Surges, you lose 3 surges.
I
and
spent 2
walk.
surge tokens on B1.
but the B ones weren't like it doesn't matter how good they save, they weren't a factor in the game for contesting. That stormtrooper squad was. It contested the entire time on both basically. So um, I think that was yeah. I just mean they were saving like I think they were probably a little above. I thought Jace you might have just went up and just touched the legs so that you could just take that cover away for one shot on them.
Like this turn.
Just on any turn, just like
I was thinking about it last turn, like on turn 4, I guess.
because I think you just needed to get them out of cover in order to make them die. Because
yeah, it's just they still had 3 wounds, and I only had 3 dice, and I was like, with his saves, they're not going to die, and
yeah,
they're just in a worse position.
But then you did get 3 through, and I failed all 3.
But that was after there was no cover. Oh,
right.
Sorry, I got no. He only had 2 wounds left.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and that was the only time you blanked out on a full red dice save.
But also on the 2-man, did you finish?
Yeah, so lots of things there. I think it's just general a play style of playing them differently. Vader was really the only thing that could hurt tanks in this game, so I think Jace probably could have been more aggressive with them.
Oh no! Every time I play against Anthony's Pikes, he rolls 2 natty crits and impacts.
Yes,
So
I don't
as
think the
push
Pikes
over,
did anything
I didn't
tonight.
roll a single natty crit.
No, the Pikes were.
No, but that's because I killed one squad before it could even do anything. It got 1
But
shot
even like
off.
sniper, everything I shot, it was just doing nothing. That's why I was like, okay,
Yeah, but
I'm done shooting.
But your snipers are rolling 2 dice. Like I don't really expect them to do that much.
Well, 2 dice.
But like when I played,
Yeah, there wouldn't be Legion Academy ones, but yeah, I know what you mean, Donnie. We could do some dice bags. We got some gaming mats that we're working on right now with deep cut and a design stage. So some Friday night fight stuff for sure. So yeah, payloads is a tricky one for sure. The the route Anthony had
that was
was
the
a
problem too. Turn 1 kind of screwed me over. Or sorry, turn 0 screwed me over a bit.
oh well I mean with the hostage in there, you mean?
Because key positions was number 1, and I would have loved key positions.
Oh yeah.
But as soon as I pass, number 2 is hostage against Vader, and I lose. Yeah. So I had to use both cancels to get past hostage.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Payload.
Yeah, I agree. And really, I mean, honestly, he's a half a turn, he's a half a distance ahead of you. So, that half a distance was the half a distance that matters in this game. You probably push on the last turn.
I mean, half a range ruler puts me in range 1.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you touch as well.
Why does he push last turn?
I'm thinking he probably does push last turn. Well, the tank, to the second tank.
Just 2 tanks.
For sure, but what are you pushing with?
I can get the T series.
I don't need to push. I just need to contest it.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know if you're.
1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 acts left. He can only kill 2 acts.
No.
He can kill way more than 2. He has.
Not if he's gonna move that tank to come and
Arsenal.
Yeah. So the tank itself is 6 inches, so it literally probably blocks in the stormtroopers from potentially even getting there. He also.
Okay, so if he double moves.
Yeah.
No, but that's that tank. The other tank itself can actually just shoot. So
the
he.
Tank can, like, the other tank can kill them and probably kill the officer as well.
I don't think the tank. I don't think the tank just ends there, does it?
Yeah, that means that tank doesn't
Well,
shoot.
that there's a lot of assumptions though. That's assuming that you have 2 actions. That's assuming they don't panic. That's
so if you shoot
like as soon as I do
Well, I shoot your officer
It'll be
first.
suppressed.
I just shoot your officer dead. It has 2 wounds left.
So then I do a speed 1 move
Panic.
there. Speed 1 move, get that suppressed. Come up here and move within.
You can't double move.
No, I get the speed 1 move because you ran
No,
over.
I only ran over a single dude, not your unit leader. I wouldn't run over the unit leader to give you the move. You also can't change
So it's all
elevation
gonna
on that.
matter on.
We're gonna play the whole game out here, but
Right? Like it's gonna matter on order of operation because he could take care of that suppression.
well, the thing is, he could go with the tank first.
Yep.
Don't you also have your get move card left in this? Do you have that, or you have Roger, and assault?
I don't have the move card because it only works on core.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't give the tanks a move.
I go with my tank first. I kill your officer so that your courage bubble's gone, and then I put 1 suppression on your stormtroopers and hope they don't get actions. That's how I probably play it out.
So then it ends up 2-2.
No, well,
then it would be.
I barrage your officer. I
No,
shoot.
I'm saying.
Probably might win.
Oh,
What I'm saying, it ends up 2-2 on your box. I saw Vader and 2 other units that are Vader and this unit that are contested.
But I can kill them with
plus
tank.
the pike. I saw the pike unit left too. I took them off, right?
Oh yeah, the single pike.
Yeah, so like he could only kill 2 units. I'd still have 2 units to contest. So
Which all comes down to your insane courage rolls. Whereas if one of those had stayed of 1 more move away, I would have been able to be good to go.
yeah. Even if the single tank.
I ended up with 2 extra on that box that turn anyway.
This turn, but that end turn you said it would be 2-2.
Yeah, and the T series is still in play.
Yeah. The T series and the Magna.
Well, no, the Magna with Vader would just chop him.
We'll see. Magna could save. Immune Pierce, it could save.
It's true.
It gets a dodge. It has a surge token.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things that could happen.
That's what I'm saying. There's lots of things that happen. The disengage, the Magna could, if Vader decides to push him out, Vader decides to chop him. The T series just re-engages with Vader. Then Vader's stuck again. Yeah, there's lots of things that can happen. I just think the half a move made everything you did quicker than him. So that's what I was getting at ultimately.
If I picked something on my side,
a lot of this was because he had to move his army to me. I got to just spread mine across my own deployment.
The point I'm getting to now is the big problem is that because I didn't have a piece that just stuck out in my deployment zone. Because if I picked on my side of the table, you're 3.5 away instead of 4.5.
Right.
Yeah, Jace is pointing out that he could have sent Anthony up to this other corner up here, but it was like way shorter, like 3.5 I think versus 4.5. So because Anthony was just north of the, or just sorry, I should say east of that.
Piece is there and his
that
part starts here, right?
no, it's it's there, yeah.
So it's 4.
Yeah, so that's Anthony's push there.
I ended up 4 and a quarter.
Yeah.
4 3/4.
Yeah, Jace's best push was just over 5 going to this rock over here, so it was considerably different in terms of distance, which is how payload can end up.
Yeah, right. But just having that piece made it a lot easier, right? Like honestly, if this piece is moved like that, completely different game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, really anything, but you can't really know that because Anthony has to pick side, then it has to fall.
Then it has to fall to payload.
Yeah.
Actually, it has to fall with hostage in the second spot, forcing me to burn everything to get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult to go back and play an entire Legion game and or subsequent turns, but good to kind of talk out what the if, ands, and whats. But yeah, anyways, that's another one in the books. Anthony's got a little bit of a winning streak going against Jace, even though Anthony was ready to concede before the game started again. But as I said, that is Anthony's special power. So we'll see if that continues next week. We'll get back to you, let you know on Tuesday what's happening, and we'll redux the game as we talk all things Legion. All right, folks, thanks for watching another one in the books. Next week will be 70. Next week will be some sort of other number on the podcast, and as we climb up the ladder of episodes. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.